Um, the supports were amazing to get off. It was like a dream come true, but sort of, because the axe, we lost the axe. But I've never in my life, as long as I've been 3D printing, although this is how to make YouTube shorts, we're going to dedicate a video just for you on that. If I can somehow manage to take it apart without losing my hands, or his hands, or whoever is under that costume over there. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. We are live. I just want to make sure everything is live. Normally we have an intro playing in the background with music and all that other fun stuff while I'm doing this, but you get to watch in real time. So normally what I do is I go to my channel, see how we have a little calendar there. Aside from the calendar, you should see me in the shadows. See, that works. But we should also have audio. Being a YouTuber, sometimes we don't get audio with our feed, and that's not my fault. Sometimes it's YouTube.
I just built a budgeting app with base 44.
And just like you, I have to watch commercials too, so don't worry about it. You know, I'm not immune to the experience, but we provide the entertainment. That works. But my lips are moving to the sound of my voice, which means that the sync offset is perfect. If it's not, I have a video that actually shows you how to do that for those of you who want to get their sync offset going, because by default your audio will never match your video if you want to live stream, unless you do that, unless you're doing a silent movie like a stream or showing something, and then it doesn't matter. But if you want your voice to matter, you need to do a sync offset. Knowing that moving forward, we're also streaming in portrait mode, so I need to check the portrait. Unless you do that, unless you're doing a silent movie. Like, yeah, looks like we are golden. And then I need to go into the portrait mode and edit that one, because that one is not set for certain things to happen in real time that need to happen, because YouTube prioritizes the doom scroller. So they think mobile first, which makes sense, because how many people are home like right now, like me, on the internet? When you're home, even when you're home on the internet, it's on your phone, rarely on your computer unless it's work related. So that's why YouTube prioritizes that experience first, and I have to set that here. Okay, so it looks like we are done. And normally this is what we have going for you when we do this behind the scenes. So we'll play something like this, and that's as well.
My name's How to Baloo, that's what they call me online. Everything.
Anyway, you get the idea. But we'll save the intro for last, so that, or call it more of an outro, right? The outro. So I need to go back into live again, and then open up the comments, because people like to say stuff. Sometimes we get trolls. Sometimes we have legitimate subscribers. Sometimes we have, you know, it is what it is. But either way, we need to be prepared and bust out the chat, right? All right, knowing that and moving forward, we are golden. So now I just need to open up a new browser. See, it's not as easy as you think. And go into OpusClip and get the show on the road. Speaking of show on the road, I have another Starlink accessory they sent me. Why isn't this? Make sure your keyboard's on. All right, let's see what we have here. OpusClip. Come on, you got this, little guy. Ah, there we go. All right, YouTube Shorts becomes a weekly thing, which is great. Saves so much time. You're able to take your videos that you made and customize them for the mobile experience, because again, it's always think mobile first, and that format's always going to be like this, in the priority number one, instead of like this, portrait, landscape. All right, so what OpusClip allows you to do is to take that experience and do this. The only downside to OpusClip is that you, as you can see, you have to go in and check each video. That is the only downside. So let's say, for example, let's activate the cursor, and so you guys can follow along with the bouncing ball, if it lets me. Cursor Pro is what we're using. Feel free to remake these videos, but we make these videos so you don't have to. and then we'll go here, enable cursor. So you get, I have 64 credits left. That's going to replenish in a couple of days. If you want to see how often it replenishes, probably next 3 days. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but 2 days, the 22nd. And it's $29 a month, but even though you're paying premium, and I'm going to get 300 credits. The credits do expire. For example, here, these credits expire in 33 days. I have 33 days to use those credits. As long as I make a short, right, and schedule them, the credits will have been used. But then, even though the credits are used, if I go back into home, the video experience will expire. These expire. So now I need to schedule these. So this one, 24 days is good enough because I was busy the last few days. So this one I believe is done. Let me see. See? This was a short one. It didn't generate much with this one because it was an accessory. Sometimes you'll have a video that's 5 minutes and it'll generate 20 clips. And sometimes you'll have a video that's 5 minutes and it'll generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clips. So there's no, don't get your hopes up because you shot a long video thinking you're going to get more shorts out of it. It's just a crapshoot, knowing that moving forward. So I only have, after today, I'll have 1, 2. So next week I'll probably do one of these. One of them is really long. I did take a live stream and converted that into a short. That one gave us almost 50, which is pretty good too, but it doesn't really matter because you still have to go in and check each one. So all these are scheduled. So it looks like we might have 2 left. This one's a short. This one's a short of a short. Sometimes you can upload a regular short just to have the experience you want, as you can see, and just make one dedicated short. And this was like a stop in motion. Whoops. And you can watch this right here because sometimes hold on, where's my, I gotta shut that off so it doesn't echo, otherwise you get an echo. So sometimes it's nice to take and make a dedicated short, upload it, and not clip it, right? Clip it just means it's going to create little videos of it, and then you can just have your own dedicated video. Enduro 30 days after. And this one, see, they're scheduled, which is great. So it only means I just have 2 left, which is great. Maybe 1 after today's video. So we're going to do 3D print not sticking. Since this one is already filled, they're all filled except for, so that means we'll only have 1 left. Let's right click here, open in new window, so we don't have to keep going back and forth. See, that one's done. We did that one on the last live stream, and then there was another live stream where it just crashed. So here we have 28. If you're only using, if you're only using 1 camera, you shouldn't have to go in and do what I'm doing right now. But because I use multiple cameras, the automated experience that's premium, that's paid for, that's supposed to do this for you, doesn't. You got to go in and click on each one and make sure that it actually put the video where it was supposed to. So if I have 28 here, I got to click on each 28 video. Sometimes you can scrub through them. Scrubbing just means taking your mouse, clicking in here, and then seeing right there that little line, and just looking. But sometimes, see, it lets you, and then I'm like, oh wow, oh wait, no, we can't see what's in here. See that? I'm like, damn it. So now we got to go in and fix that. So thankfully this one isn't so long. It's only 28. So I can just click on the video. I'm like, only 28. Well, the next one has like 49. And then you click edit. And then the edit, down here you have like a little timeline. Oh man, I hate when they're like this. Look, I've got like freaking over 10 clips to sift through. Make sure you have connected to your Wi-Fi. Remember, it's an API. Loading video and editing resources might take a moment. When that happens, it's good for business. Welcome back to Everything That Glitches. So even if you set the time aside to do this, as you can see, I might have to come back later. Last time the power was out, and then this time they're out. It's an API, so it's a software as a service. So now I have to scrub through until I get to right about there, and then here we can do, I'm gonna say gameplay. Voila. You know, and every little bit counts, because sometimes people will comment and be like, what am I looking at? You know, I don't understand. And that's how I found out about it. I was like, you know, sometimes you get trolls. I thought it was a troll. I'm like, what do you think you're looking at? A YouTube short. Welcome to the world of YouTube. And, you know, before I make comments like that, I double check, you know, because if it's a troll, I'll say something. It's a YouTube short. But it was a legitimate user wanting the full experience. And I was like, oh shit, how'd that happen? I have premium service. Yeah, good luck with that. So you're paying premium price, but the channel pays for it. But you're not getting premium service because, as you can see, I gotta go in and do. Thankfully, this was a quick scrub it up. But then we save the changes over here for those of you who are in Instagram mode. Save it, right? And then once it's saved, then I can go. See, this one's processing. I can make it a little bit smaller so that everyone can be part of the show. So as you can still can't see. Hold on, I want to work in one window without having to move it around. So as you can see, this one is processing right here. But now I still have 27 more to go. So don't assume just because it's at face value, like, oh, I know myself, I see myself, that's got to be a good video. Let's just schedule it. No, it doesn't work like that. I wish it did. And even if you can scrub it, sometimes it skips. See? You're like, oh, wow, okay. But I see I just saw right there. Nope. So now that you know the process, we'll just talk in the meantime. I'll keep you guys entertained. So anyway, we started printing 3D miniatures, and special thanks to Swedish Forge, one of our viewers / subs, who has provided us some amazing STL files. For those of you who don't know what STL files, try fit. STL files are files that allow you to send to your 3D printer so that you can print. See, now the fish is there, that's fine. Anything you want in plastic. You know, some people are for it, some people are against it, some people think it's bad for the environment. As you can see, we're having fun with it, you know, and the kids like it. And even if it is plastic, you can always recycle it, throw it out with your recycling in the recycling center. Gameplay doesn't really work, so in this case, let's do fit. And usually we print things average size, right? But average size to someone like Swedish Forge is almost like human size. He went from, his specialty was printing stuff like this, right? But in freaking life size. But then he started to change and do a redirect and print stuff in small size. This is me, I like small. This, for me, this is big. Like literally, this is just too, if you follow me, the average size of a figurine I would print would be about this size right here. But then you go smaller. But to go smaller, it's a whole other art. And thanks to Swedish Forge, we were able to figure out how to do this. I can't wait for him to come online because, well, I still have to take one off the printer. I have one on my printer. But the trick will be trying to take it apart without it coming apart. And as you can see, I have one in my hand, but we lost a lot of the detail. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I'll just rip it off. And yeah, good luck with that. But they came off without needing me. I had to use pliers, but it was just, oh, I don't just like the time I need to edit. It was so seamless. It was so effortless that I was just blown away by it. So I'm just gonna, oh nice, one line. Looks like we'll be done in no time. Too bad there's no X somewhere over here that allows you to just exit out. So you just click on the arrow and right here. I might be able to scrub these from the face. Oh man, no, I can't. I spoke too soon. I was like, I'll just scrub it from the top. But why don't, it's so weird. There's more here. See, I'm looking at something. Let's see what happens if I do gameplay. If I do fit. No, I'll just do undo. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer because I see something there, but it's not showing. But that's okay. Right here, there's one. Sometimes that happens. Let's go to fit. And then scrub it up, dub. Nice. And then I could save changes. So we're doing pretty good for the starts, if you ask me, because not a lot. So there's those processing, the last one. That's how you know. Sometimes if you lose track, where am I? Just look for the one that's processing, because it does take a bit to process. We could try scrubbing this. Ah, damn it. See? It's a bummer too, because people love their shorts. People, have imaginations, and they know when something's missing. And you'll know when something's missing too. There we go. There's our full plate. And there's one more plate. See, I gotta fix that one. Gameplay. And voila. Nope. Damn it. It's okay. We're still ahead, because we're what are we at? 8? Right? Or 9? Save changes. But then we still have to schedule them. But scheduling them will be a breeze. It'd be nice if you could just dedicate your time to scheduling. But it doesn't work. Oh, wow. How do I have 28 but only... Oh, I see. It's the rest needs to feed. Sometimes that happens. The rest don't load until, until you scroll down. Nice. See? And then this one. Nice. Whoops. Sometimes that'll happen. And then scrub it again. Yep, to the end. It's nice that it holds the place where you were scrubbing. And that's nice. This one we can tell. See? Where's the rest of the screen? It's cut off. We don't want to schedule it. We want to just click it and then edit. And then, oh, nice. This one doesn't have a lot to scrub through. So for this one I might do fit. Look at that. See? But it puts me in the corner, but that's okay. Look, you can slide that over. But then I don't know. You still lose some anyway. So, in that case you can do gameplay. And then there's something over here. Not sure what that is. Sometimes you have to just... Yeah, it's alright. Remember, there's shorts. So the original video got like 24 views, right? But between all these, I can get a total of 10,000 views. 900 here, 600 there, 100 there. So, it adds up, which is really interesting if you ask me. But again, YouTube prioritizes the doom scroll. Maybe long form content they say is dead, but and short form content is live. But then they say long form. I see all these videos. I never followed the guru, because all our content is based on the stuff that's sent to us. So I don't have to, chase the algorithm. I just have to pray that the next thing that's sent to the channel is not some SkyMall stuff, or they usually ask, so they don't just send it. So yeah, so but there are all these people talking about that now long form content is live again. Does that mean like all my previous videos that are 20 minutes long are gonna get a second life? It depends, because YouTube will only feed you what you're hungry for. If your baby's hungry, you just give him food, right? Well, the viewers and subscribers and subs, they're the babies. So you need to keep your babies well fed. And so if you don't give your baby the correct baby food, which is like the latest trend, then your baby will go hungry. And that's why let's try gameplay. Yeah, the fish is there. That's why sometimes it does well and sometimes it doesn't. So you just have to decide whether you want to play the game. And I'm glad I don't have to play the game, because that's got to be exhausting. Following, it's like you're kind of like a newscaster now. Chasing the latest story, the latest trend, and that's the only way you're going to I guess, as they would say, beat the algorithm, or just comply. If you don't comply with it, you just get lost in the shadows. So I don't comply with it because I can't anyway, because remember, my channel is based on the collaborations, right? So I can't. Let's do fit. Nah. Fill. There. But you just go into your YouTube backdoor, whatever it's called, and then it will make a video suggestion for you, and then you'll know what video to make. So on that note, I know what videos I need to make. I got like 5 freaking videos. Well, I love it. No, I'm just saying 5 freaking videos because I fell behind. Usually I'm doing 1 video a week, but I got like 6 videos. Something happened where I just, you fell off the horse. You don't want to get burnout. That's the thing too. This it's going to be exhausting making those 6 videos, but at the end of the day, I need to rest. I have other things going on, and you got to do what you got to do. And I'm not, where was I? I'm not chasing the algorithm. So for me, I just need to deliver what was promised when they sent me the stuff, and they sent really cool stuff. I got I'm not going to price tag it, but you guys can get an idea if you count how much the merchandise is that's been sent and tally it up. But it's just amazing. I never thought, it wasn't my plan. I wasn't like, oh, I want to be like the has seen on TV guy. It's just things with drones took another direction, and I saw it coming. Kind of like the Dronestadamus, like what's his name? This is the Dronestadamus. Drone Camps. He saw it coming too, but he's been in the game longer than me, and he has like a leg up because he has these relationships built with people that will send him stuff too. But in his particular case, his specialty is FPV. I can do FPV too, but I don't know. I feel like those FPV drones are great and amazing, but I like the Zoolander of drones. They just keep changing the bodies. The new GEP RC Cinelog 20, and then you look like, oh wow, what's new about it? Just the body. It's the same flight controller, and just maybe set for different PID rates. I'm like, wait, I don't understand. How is it new if it's still the same chip? It's like cars. It's fun, but then I love flying. Don't get me wrong. I love flying drones. But oh man, I saved it too soon. I was supposed to go through the other one. But you can only fly so many drones. If you look on my wall behind me, I have drones that I've built, drones that I've bought, and I can't fly them all. So you're gonna have to fall on the sword for one, right? And the rest will just become casualties of the war, just become props on the wall. And then I have to realize, and even with the FPV, my Avata, I got the Avata 360, the Avata, not 360, the Avata 1, Avata 2, and then Neo 1, Neo 2. But at the end of the day, I was only flying the Avata 2. The rest are just gimmicks. Honestly, they throw out these new features and like, oh, you can do active track, follow me, and you go to the Facebook group to see people doing, testing out, doing the follow me and track me. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. I want to try that too. And then they show the obstacle avoidance. Like, how the fuck they get obstacle avoidance working? Oh my god, that's so great and amazing. I want that too. And then you go and you buy the drone. And then you try it, and then you wind up crashing it. That actually happened. I went to the DJI store. When I went to the DJI store to buy the Avata 2, this was recently because I sold the other one and bought another one, because it was to get Care Refresh. And there was a guy in the store. He bought the Mini 5 Pro like 3 days ago, and he crashed it. He was trying to see if they would retroact his sale to add Care Refresh on there, because New York City DJI store has their own version of Care Refresh, and I guess they were talking with the owner, who's David, to see if they could do that, because they felt bad for the guy. I don't know what happened, but I was like, good luck. But anyway, I was like, how'd you crash it? I don't understand. It's a Mini 5. He's like, well, I was doing a follow me, and the follow me, supposed to have obstacle avoidance, it crashed into a tree and then it fell from the sky. And I was like, oh wow. And I was like, that happened to me once with one of my Mavic drones back in the day. I was doing the follow me. I was like, I put it into active track, follow me. And I was like, okay, here we are on the property. And then the drone was following me. And then all of a sudden, the drone crashed into the house. Thankfully, this happened during a time when there was Care Refresh and DJI had it. Now DJI doesn't have it anymore. But, you know, point being that shit don't, a lot of those features don't work. They're gimmicks. And I have support tickets with DJI and now with my Mavic 4 Pro because the what's it called? I forget. Oh, POI effect doesn't work. And they're like, try this, try that. And I'm afraid to use the POI effect because of this. You know, I'm afraid to use any of the features because they are never consistent. They're there, but they're not there. And sometimes you'll go into the forums and see other people having similar issues or other people having newer issues. They're like, what, POI? That's nothing. I can't, my drone is wobbling after the last update. So it's a crapshoot. And again, even if you're going to do something like a POI or whatever it is, it's nice for B-roll footage. But FPV is still like king. FPV is amazing. When you fly with the goggles, it is phenomenal. Feels like you're there, first person view. Again, the only downside is that you need a spotter. Ken is my spotter, and I spot for Ken, and we just have to, I haven't flown FPV in a while because Ken's been busy. You know, we have to just coordinate. So you need a buddy, or you can fly FPV without the goggles. But it's no fun. You just use the RC controller. I don't think it syncs to the RC Pro though. And that's it. We are done. So now I got to schedule these. So not many. This is where things rock. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here. But the more you fly FPV, the better you get at it. You work your craft. You get more confident. And you you just become that much better of a pilot because it's a nail-biting experience. I'm just going to the calendar to see when the last post was, which is June. I'm going to be 3 weeks into June, which is amazing. You want to be 3 weeks into the next month, or even 4 if you have the time, so that you don't have to dedicate every day or every week to this. You could chip away if that's all you got. Do a little bit at a time. But as you can see, I have until June 15th, right? Which is great. And now after today, I might have it until June 17th. And then next week will probably be finished by June. With June. I don't know. We'll see. So I have 6 here. Scroll down. And 9 a.m. June 14th. So now I can close that window. So the next one is 12 p.m. June 14th. Okay? So I just click on the calendar. Now you can schedule it. Okay? Click on select time. Go to June 14th, and the next one's 12 p.m. Too bad I just can't put a p.m. here, because you just have to scroll through. And then it's right there. It doesn't get more complex until you get to like later hours. And then schedule it. And then June 14th, right? If you forget what time it was. What time was that again? See? 12 p.m. It says it right there. I'm not sure, 4 p.m. GM time. So now the next one is, for me, this is my schedule. The next one's going to be June 14th. Whoops. June 14th, 3 p.m. You could do one, if you like, there's no rhyme or reason. 3 p.m. So I got to scroll to 3 p.m. I'll share it with you in a second. There's no rhyme or reason or secret formula. I'm not the guru. I'm not like I post every day at 12 a.m. and your channel will go viral. But not only that, if you call now, I'm going to send you my package, right? It's a value of $500 that you'll be getting for free. Nah, yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying it. Anyway, so the next one is 6 p.m. Some of them do have some interesting information, but there really is no secret formula. To some there is. I believe the secret is like when you make your video, June 14th, 6 p.m. I'll wait until I get to the next day. 6 p.m. See? And the next one is 9 p.m. June 14th. See? June 14th. So we're on a roll. June 14th, 9 p.m. So now I just got to go to 9 p.m. And let's see, 12 p.m. Too bad it's just too bad they just don't put a regular, like just put 9 p.m. and I can choose a.m. or p.m. Right? That would be so much easier. But then people would probably forget, thinking it's like 9 a.m. but it's actually p.m. And see, and I can do one more. I'll do 11 p.m. June 4th. Since we got rid of Instagram and X and all those other stuff. So select the time. Too many platforms to keep track of. Just dedicate one. YouTube is the only one that pays anyway. June 14th, right? Do 11 p.m. This one's easy because you just scroll down. See, to 11, and then that's it. Yeah. So there is no secret formula. You just find the niche, do what you love, and you know, things will just happen the way they're supposed to. Like with me, things just happen the way I wasn't, you know, and then I started doing collabs instead of dedicated drone videos. And then it was, you know, because of the change too, you know, with the restrictions and then this and that, things weren't what they used to be. So I was like, what do we do? And then someone's like, why not How To by Lou? I was like, that's an amazing idea. Because all my videos were how-tos anyway, and I was getting solicited for stuff that I never thought I'd be making videos for to begin with. And I was like, what if I said yes to that collaboration? So then I go back to those emails, reply back, like, hi, is it too late to get that? And then they're like, no, do you want it? I was like, when can you make the video? I was like, I promised 2 weeks delivery. In this case, we're running behind. I got like 6 videos, but that's okay. I'll catch up. And again, you need to rest. Otherwise, because it's not like, look, my channel's not going viral, right? My channel's maybe my shorts are, but the channel isn't. So, you know, don't kill yourself over it. You know, go have fun, go for a bike ride, do your, you know, do what you do that makes you you, and then maybe one day you'll wake up and you'll find the world wants to be with you. But until then, you know, I'm just enjoying it. So I clicked here. Too bad there's no menu here where I can just like schedule it from the get-go. Okay, so as you can see, we're on a roll. I don't have that many left. Maybe 2-3 more rolls, right? So now the next one's June 15th. Okay, see. Too bad it doesn't pick up where you left off, but it doesn't know when you want to schedule it, you know. June 15th, the first one's at 12 a.m. and we'll just knock them out. Next one is 3 a.m. See, I figured out this is my formula, and the reason why I came up with this formula is because we were pushing to other platforms, and I was like just thinking of a schedule that worked well for so many, because my videos are long. I was like, what's a good schedule to post them? It wasn't like, oh, I can crack the algorithm this way. No, look, I got like freaking 28 videos, and I don't want to stretch them out. If I did 4 or 5 posts a day, I'm still going to be left with like another 20, and I didn't want to like. And then you see, I have other videos in the queue ready to be pushed out. So that's why that's why I post several times a day with the shorts. The next is 6 a.m. is because I don't want this video to be stretched out into 30 days of like, you know, 2 posts a day. So that's why. So, you know, you figure out what works, you know, and for your channel. The only downside to this is the June 15th, 6 a.m. I think, I'm not sure. I'm not a guru. I think the algorithm is hungry for my videos now. Like, Lou posts 20 times a day in order to be in good. It's like a hamster in the treadmill, where, you know, the algorithm is used to all that feeding, and then when you cut back, I think your channel falls in the ranking. But for me, I'll never have to cut back because, again, all my videos are based on the stuff that's sent to me. So I'm always going to have a video that's 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I've been trying to make them 10 minutes longer, to be honest with you. 9 a.m. is next. Even if I do 10 minutes now, I'm still going to get many shorts from here. So I'm still going to be stuck in that maintaining that consistency of having 16 shorts push a day, but that's only because of the content I'm generating. But I noticed my video editing skills got better, which is great. So if I continue to make 10 minutes or 6-minute long videos, that's fine. I'll just rearrange my formula, right, to how I'm posting. Next is 9 a.m. How I'm posting daily. I'm scheduling these, and again, for me, it's fine because I'm not chasing the algorithm, right? So I can sleep well at night, thinking like, oh no, I didn't have enough videos. No, I'm always gonna have enough videos. But for someone else who's chasing the algorithm, they're gonna be like a hamster in a treadmill. Well, I am too, but to the extent where I'm just trying to keep up with my collaborators. Whereas when you're caught in the following the trend, next is 12 p.m. Hamster in the hamster wheel. It's more stressful. It's not as relaxing, and you can't really enjoy it that much. Because with me, I'm like, I can't wait to use it. I have to figure out, where am I going to go to film this? Next one's 3 p.m. Where am I going to go? Do I have enough gas in the car? June 15th. Can I make it there in time? June 15th, 3 p.m. Stuff like that goes through my mind. I've done early release videos. Hold on. Where I went out, and I think when I bought the Avata 1 or Avata, one of the Avatas, I don't know. So I bought one drone because it was the latest. I think it was the Neo 2. Yeah, I bought the Neo 2 when it first came out. That one was sent to me, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I just got the Neo. I'm going to beat the algorithm, and my channel is going to go viral. Next one, 6 p.m. It's going to be great. I got it when it first came out. Nah, it didn't work that way. I got like 20-something views on the video. And it was then I knew, oh, wow. So just because it's new and it just came out doesn't mean, and you go get it and make a video on it, doesn't mean you're going to go viral. Confirm and exit. So yeah, that's why don't chase the algorithm. 6 p.m. You can. For some people it works though. Some people have success in it. I just can share that I did it once and never again. And then I went into the YouTube studio to have it suggest a video for me, because there's a part where you can go to on the left hand side, and it'll say, this is what we recommend you do. I was like, oh wow, okay. So it's gonna help me, get the views I need. Nah, it doesn't work that way. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm shadow banned. It's hard to tell. You could tell, but then I asked them. I was able to ask if I was, and they said I wasn't. So it's just, they haven't pushed the channel to cater to the 8 billion people on this planet. It's like, I think it's in like a little bubble, like its own little biome. Next one's 9 p.m. where somehow it needs to break free from the dome. But it is what it is, and again, if I wake up and it's there, great. If not, I have so much stuff I plan to sell during the garage sale. That's what I'm thinking about. Like, I have to think about, what am I gonna let go of? Because you can't keep all this crap. You literally can't. One, it's not healthy, and two, just become like on the A&E, do 11 p.m. Special hoarders. You're like, how did he get all this stuff, as they're climbing in and trying to get into the other side of the house? We'll do 11 p.m. here. Yeah, so eventually you have to let it go, and people will buy it. I have some of the Starlink accessories that people will buy, that videos have already been made for, or not even the Starlink stuff. We gave a meter to Bob. The metal detector my daughter wants to keep, so she's looking forward to using that. That I have to find time to make a video for and figure that part out. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I don't know. Time will tell. Alright, so this one will be June 16th. See, we're on a roll. We're almost done. See that? June 16th. First one is 12 a.m. And next one is 3 a.m. See, after this, we are finito. Then I'm signing off, and I'm going to try to slowly take those supports off. See? June 16th, 3 a.m. Hopefully there's enough to do the whole day. 6 a.m. And June 16th, 9 a.m. Let's see. June 16th. And the next week we'll probably be almost done with the month. June 16th, 9 a.m. So you just go right here. 40. You can, and again, it doesn't have to be on the hour. They have 8:15, 8:30, 8:45, etc. So you're not, locked into any particular, maybe 8:15 where there's no secret formula. So, don't get all excited. The next one's 12 p.m. See? June, if I post every day at this time, see, these are the times. 1 o'clock, 1:15, 1:30, 1:45. Okay? And if you forgot where you were, just confirm and exit, because that does happen. See? 9 a.m. So the next one's 12 p.m. Maybe we'll make it. Maybe I'll make it through the day. I don't know. We'll see. June 16th, 12 p.m. I think so. I think we're going to make it. June 16th, 12 p.m. There we go. Schedule it. And next one is 3. Yeah, we're going to make it. Next one is 3 p.m. June 16th, 3 p.m. 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Oh, 2:45. I accidentally hit it. That's not going to make or break the deal. It's not going to... if I post at 2:45, I'll get 1 million views. And even if you do get 1 million views, doesn't mean the next video will be that successful. I have a video that I think has over 300,000 views, but I still have like 8,000 subscribers. But chase the views, not the subscribers, because that just goes to show that you could have 8,000 subscribers. Where was I again? And more views than subscriptions, which is great. Just goes to show, don't chase the subs, chase the views. And I got lucky with that one. I wasn't like, oh, I want to do this. On a lot of videos I make personally, like if I'm not doing a collaboration, June, what was it, 16th? Hold on. Confirm and exit. June 16th, 6 p.m. June 16th, 6 p.m. June 16th, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Schedule it. And then June 16th, 9 p.m. June 16th, 9 p.m. Nice, we made it through the day, but we're a couple stragglers. June 16th, 9 p.m. We'll do 11 p.m. June 16th. June 16th, 11 p.m. There we go. And the next one is June 17th. 1 second, I'll finish with you guys. So June, select the time. Next first one's 12 a.m. June 17th, 12 a.m. And then we have June 17th, 3 a.m. June 17th, 3 a.m. Time goes by so fast, literally. Before I know it, they're like, oh, he's a month in. Yeah, I'll be a month out if I don't keep up. June 17th, 12 p.m. to 12. June 17th, 12 p.m. Don't worry, I know, hold that thought, I'll continue. June 17th, 12 p.m. Then we have 3 p.m., 6 p.m., which isn't so bad. June. Maybe I'll bump one. Hold on. June 17th, 12. They'll just do 3, 6. I was gonna think like 6 and 9, but that's okay. June 17th, 3 p.m. June 17th, 3 p.m. Schedule it. And last one, 6 p.m. Last one, June 17th, 6 p.m. And then, you know, there's definitely enough in the next one. June 17th, 6 p.m. So as I was saying, if I'm making a video for myself, it's usually for a problem that I have, like change the oil, this, how to fix that. And then I was like, oh, I'm probably not the only one on the planet that has that problem. That'd make a nice video. And that's how the channel started. I bought it, you know, I had got, the drone was a gift, and then I couldn't figure out how to use it. I went to the forums and I'm like, read the manual. Or like, you don't know that? How could you be so stupid? And then I was like, oh, I'll figure it out. And then I figured it out, and I was like, oh my God, that'd be so cool. What if other people have that same problem too? And then that's how, so it wasn't like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. And then the videos kept piling up. Oh, Bob, I didn't see you. That's so weird. I didn't hear, yo, yeah, no ring. Yo, I didn't hear no bells. Let's see, maybe now, because I had shut it off. I forgot why I shut it off. Oh, I was showing them the trailer. Yo. Huh, that's weird. Yo. Say, hey, Bob. Maybe now. Yay, I didn't hear no bells. All right. Remember the movie Rocky in the end when he gets beaten up and then the guy walks away and he's like, yo, I didn't hear no bells. And then they start the fight again. I can't play the music because you get copyright strikes. Hey, good to see you, Bob. I got some more. Let's check out the new collaborations. They sent the meter. This is our original meter. So we're done with the shorts. That's how you do it. We'll schedule the rest for next week. But as you can see here, if we go back home, if we click on this one generated 49 clips. I gotta go through each one too, Bob, because look, it's like, oh my God, that looks like a good one, right? But no, it's not showing. Like, oh my God, that looks like a good one. Nope. I can tell you right off, that looks like a good one. So just because you see yourself doesn't mean it's good to go, because I'm just going to show them this and then catch up with Bob. If I click here and then go to gameplay, now you can see what I'm doing. I got 49 videos I got to scrub through to fix that shit. And I paid $30 a month premium for AI to take care of it. AI is not there yet. I'm not going to save the changes. I'm just going to go back. And then we'll save this one. We'll do that one next week. That one next week will be a longer one. How to make YouTube shorts. Don't get your panties in the bunch. Yeah, so look, Bob. So hopefully this helps you how to make shorts. Again, we're back weekly, making our shorts, putting, you know, and just pushing along, always trying to get 2 to 3 weeks in. But just because we're 2 to 3 weeks in, next week will be a week out because we're always catching up. But at least you're that far ahead, so you're not never a week behind. Anyway, and that's pretty much it. Another longer delay. Yeah, I did delay. There's a delay, the delay. The meter we saw. We're gonna use I have to record today some video. Like 3 minute. Holy shit. 3. No, that's crazy. I'll have to ask YouTube. But check this out. Let me go into the settings. Hold on. Let's go here. let's go to how to buy low, and then we'll click go live. You know, you can go live. We tried that once on one of our streams. You could go multiple lives at the same time. I always wondered how they did that at the beach. They had a dash cam here, the damn camera there. Let's see. And then if we go to analytics, stream health is excellent, man. We are good to go. Well, that's that's never happened on this channel. Stream health being excellent. What format is he in? Oh, yeah, he's in regular format. Okay. Yeah, 3 minutes. I can't. Yeah, I don't know, Bob. YouTube is always working on something. Ah, let's try this. Maybe. I think it's somewhere in here. A speed test. Maybe it's my internet. Allow. I could always allow. It's my provider anyway. Take the test. It's amazing how the speed test takes forever to boot up, even if your internet is fast. See how fast your connection is. And ready. My oh, well, yeah, I'm almost at a gig download. And let's see my upload. I tried to upgrade my package too. Upload's pretty good. Wow, almost a gig upload. But remember, it's the router, so you need it for your device. So don't get too excited. And then it has to split that. Swedish Forge, what's up? Oh my god. Swedish Forge, the supports are amazing, but I'll share with you in a second after it gives my device. Let's see what my device is. Preparing for your device. I've never in a million years had supports come off so easily. Yeah, so we're still good here, even though it's splitting the connection, probably giving the 500 to her upstairs in her meeting. Yeah, so no, we're good. So it's not my internet. We can just close that out. The stream health is excellent, which never happens on this channel. Let's see what the portrait mode folks get. Oh, I said hi. Hello. Hey, bro. I hope you have the best day. Thanks, Storm Sergeant and Maloney the Second. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Remember YouTube? That's so weird because I didn't hear. Because I didn't pop this chat out. Yeah, so I need to pop out both chats. Remember that next time. Alright, and then, so yeah, oh wow, did you see that? It had like over 101 views. And then the other one, the other format had like 20 views. I think it caught up now. I tried hitting the like button. So Swedish Forge, oh my god. So the, how to make YouTube Shorts is over. But we'll be back next week. And if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And we'll see you all next time. And then we'll go here. And
My name's
all right, now that the show's over, we can continue. So yeah, the supports came off so easily. I was like, oh my god. I was so excited and nervous at the same time that I broke the axe. And then I tried to melt the axe back on. Good luck with that. I heated this thing up, like a little flat surface, like this. And I was like they do on the horses or something when they brand them. And then I did it to the other side, got it hot, and I tried to put it back on. And then the whole shit it caught fire. I didn't realize that this stuff lights up, like it burns. You could use it if you want to have like Kindle or Tinder, whatever it's called, for your fire starter kit. Just throw some of your old PLA in there and this shit just lights up. It's flammable. I thought it was just gonna melt. And I was using my my Tesla lighter, right? Does it ruin? Nope. It's more like a Tesla coil. I guess that's why it's called a Tesla lighter, because you could use your Tesla coil to make a lighter out of it. That's basically what it is. It's flammable. It's hot, and shit just flamed, and I burned myself. I spilled some on the keyboard because like, oh shit, and then it melted. Thankfully I didn't ruin my keyboard. I was able to clean it. Got the little specks over there, but that's fine. It's the keyboard for the workroom. I was like, oh no, my keyboard. And just now I only got a little tiny speck, which is fine. But yeah, the supports came off so easily. And look, I'll show you, and you know what's missing. Look at that. I'm gonna make another video dedicated to you, but I want to record first. And the gun, like his little, we just lost his little thingy. And the supports, I re-added supports, but we have one on the bed ready to be taken off. Here it is, right here. Creality High. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I can move this one over for the Instagram people. So yeah, the axe, I was like, damn it. And then I lost, I also lost his other parts during the process. Those little horns in the back. He looks better without the horns, but if you're going to do a video like and dedicate it to you, we got to be able to take the whole thing apart, right? Like literally the whole thing apart without losing. And the detail is amazing. So you got it working then, in other words? Well, sort of. I got it working. You got it working, not me. It was your solution that worked, but now it's just a matter of, I don't know, getting the supports off. Let's take the other one off the bed and see, right? Because I could always print it again and do a live stream, right? Oh, here, look. Pretty soon they're going to send me Starlink underwear. Another Starlink accessory sent to the channel. But this one's better than the other one because this one lacks 7 to 8 hours of charge time. Is that right? I have to look at the specs again. Too bad they don't put it on the box. It's probably because it's a 45,000 milliamp. Makes sense. But more battery life. And I got another Starlink. Alright, let's see. Hold on one sec. That one I don't know, I have to record. That one I promised I'm going to record next week, but I'm going to do the multimeter one. Multimeter one today. I did the lights last night, so that one should post. And then I should be almost caught up. Then I have the metal detector. And then anything else. Octopus arms are... Yeah, the octopus arms. I did what you said. I followed along. But it's tricky. All right, there we go. Full version of me. I'll let you guys see first. Looks a little bit better with the octopus arms. Wow. Definitely the axe is not going to come off this time. I can tell just by looking at it. Got so much better. But it's the rest. It's like, and I had to there was like some stuff happening inside, in between his legs, like in below the cape. I don't know if you had that problem too, but I think this is going to be a success. I think. I don't want to get overly excited, but I am. And the bottom part, this part, those antenna thingies, the way the supports were just holding it up like that was just phenomenal. And as you can see, I only lost the axe, which I'm not going to lose the axe on this one. Well, you can't really say that because you just don't know. Maybe I'll leave the axe for last so it doesn't accidentally come off. And then the bottom part, it just came right off. The only issue maybe you can answer this question: why printing it at this angle, the 45-degree angle, the supports come off easily, right? But since he's the creator of this, but why, when I have so many I printed, I have 1, 2. I have 3. I have 4. Oh, the fourth one. No, it's the one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Around 10. Not a clue. Yeah, 10. But why is it? And then finally, we were saved. We're saved. Swedish Forge saved us. And he was like, try this, Louis. And then, why is it if I print them on his back, the supports won't come off? They're stuck on like glue. Like literally. I could like, look, it's not moving. But then again, they weren't your settings, so that would explain why anyway. But what if I print yours on the back? Will that work too? But anyway, at the 45-degree angle, oops, it's amazing. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the axe for last. Axe or ask? Axe. I remember I knew this one girl. She's like, I like it when a man axes me out on a second date. I'm like, no guy's gonna axe you out on a second date. She's like, what, you think is some sort of Casanova? I'm like, no, just it's not possible. Because if he axed you out on the second date, you wouldn't be here right now. You'd be chopped up into little itsy bitsy pieces. Come on, sugar, we're gonna axe you out. It's ask, not axe. Anyway, you get the idea. So I'm going to leave the axe for last. But let's ask Swedish Forge and see what he suggests. But I think this is just going to be phenomenal. So for sure, the axe can be salvaged. But the other thing, what did he call it? Whoops, this one. Called it octopus arms. Hopefully we don't lose the octopus arms. You the first time you're definitely going to lose the octopus arms if if you've never printed it before and you don't know where things are, and then you'll accidentally snip them. In our case, we know where they are and we can follow along with the with the picture, with the STL file. You could leave your STL file open, but even if with the STL file open, you got to be so careful. I'm afraid to take it apart. Maybe I'll just leave them like, oh, we can't. I was like, maybe I'll leave him like this and stand them up, but you can't because he's at 45 degrees. So knowing that, moving forward, maybe we try taking them apart now. You print them on his back, the supports get stuck more. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Thanks, Bob. The wind title there's not fully glued together. That's my guess. Yeah, he's right. Damn it. But it was so nice printing him on his back, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. I'll just take the back off, like we did with Our Lady X23, but no prints are ever the same. Take it apart bit by bit. Let's do that. Right? And then wish me luck. Samsung me stuff. Alright. This video, and then I could just do an intro. I'll be like, hey there, welcome back guys. This video special thanks to Swedish Forge for giving this secret formula on how you too can print miniatures. But in order to do an intro like that, you gotta be able to take this apart. And even if I break it, I'm gonna print it again. And then I'm gonna keep printing it until I could actually get the perfect one, right? The one which will replicate, autocorrect, take it apart bit by bit. You can also slow down the speed. It will be better. Yeah, but honestly, look. Even though we slowed down the speed, the detail is amazing. Like, how much better can you get? And for me, I'm not like, this is better details than the face of X23, because one, it's a miniature, and the details are so amazingly refined. All right, so, but yeah, you can. I saw that in the other guy's video too. He was like, slow it down to get the details, but I'm like, I don't get it, because see, that's where things can break. So he said you have to take it apart slowly in caps. Sometimes the gun, interesting. Yeah, the gun's definitely coming off. Not off like breaking, but you have to be careful too. I wish I had like a spotter, because sometimes you have to hold it so the pressure of the snips don't break it, you know. I would definitely use those settings for Nova. What was it, Nova? A Savage Planet, the spaceman that we have in front of us. Just because those supports were a pain to take off. I might try that. I might do Savage Planet and Wally. But honestly, whatever these things are called, Fat Games or whatever, these figurines, they got too many accessories. Like literally, like just too much going on. Like if I was gonna go to war and wear all this crap and be Mickey Mouse dolled up, I'd be tired. I'd be exhausted from like just carrying all that shit. So you know, realistically, they must be like some sort of superheroes because, or no, not really superheroes, because if you ever go to the museums, the knights in shining armor, they had more stuff to carry too. So you see the gun, this would never have happened before, but I need to start from here. See, and sometimes it just snaps and you have to be careful there. And I don't know, this is where we want to open the file just to make sure that we're not taking anything off that should not be off. Hold on, what is Bob said less of a high speed for it to a spaghetti. I saw that. No, actually they were, if you Google it, they were saying that sometimes the slower speeds will cause the print to become spaghetti, because it's printing so slow and the filament's like too hot or something that can't catch up. But it also depends on the printer too. And it's messed up because I paid the $2, maybe I'll leave that one there, for those settings for the Creality High, and it didn't work. Swedish Forges, oh yeah, there is one there, interesting. See, that's why you want to have it open. Whoops, because there is a like an octopus arm over here. So have it open while you're looking at it, and then if you look right over here, there's an octopus arm. So a little bit of a bummer. Oh wow, yeah. I didn't even know it was a thing. Now I have to check it out. I didn't wait on Warhammer. Was that like a TV show? So now I have to be careful with that one there because there's an octopus arm. And again, you have to hold it because the pressure, it's like cutting your nails. When they go flying and the pressure could cause your nail to crack or take a casualty of war with it. I'm going to look it up. So yeah, Swedish Forge is right. You do have to have a window open and look and whoops, turn it so that we don't, so that this guy is not a casualty of war and wind up in our collection in the bin underneath and be like number 11. Number 11. Is it number 11? Oh man. You got to be careful as you're cutting it. Number 11 is from Stranger Things, right? You sound cut out. Anybody else? How about now? Yeah, the sounds. Remember, YouTube is glitching out this morning. Thankfully, it's not me this time. Thankfully. Gotta be really careful. Oh man. Wow, that's a small one. Amazing how it printed. Never mind, it came back. Yeah, but it sucks that it's doing that because it shouldn't, right? But the good thing that we know that it's not me. I just did a speed test, but it sucks because you're here because you want to see what's happening, you know? And I just wish that you could be part of the experience. See, this is the one in the back. You could feel it. Oh my God. It's not going anywhere, but you got to be really... This is going to be a nice YouTube short because it's going to get like 50 clips. Oh man, you got to be careful. And then sometimes if you flip the direction, the pressure will go the other way, which is good, which will allow it. And now I can get, since it's separated, hopefully it's separated. You really have to go in. This is like you're an archaeologist. We just found the octopus arms of the lightest creature. Yeah, so just to get this whole part off, and you want to make sure, remember the pressure from snipping it is enough to cause the whole shit to come apart. And sometimes holding the clippers the opposite way causes the pressure to go in a particular direction you don't want it to. And then if I could just send the link, if you have one, to other cutters that could be used for 3D prints. These are the ones that come with it, but I don't know if there's like a better one, you know, designed to like keep the pressure a certain way so that when you're clipping it, one way brings the pressure down, the other way brings the pressure back up. Maybe there's one where it applies the pressure so it's just centerized, right? You know, and so it just cuts it without that pressure. See, we're just chipping away at it, and then voila. But remember, these are the settings for this one. Can we shrink the big ogre to like 120 Swedish Forge and then have the same results, or this experience is this isolated experience where it only can be applied to this guy? Because I'd like to print that ogre too. That would be cool. Because like I was sharing with people on the last time, like just because we did this doesn't mean like we'll be able to do forever miniatures. Sometimes those settings are for that one particular experience, or who knows, maybe it's for the miniature world experience, but I don't know, because this solution was given to us by Swedish Forge, and hopefully it can be applied to every 3D print, because I want to print that ogre. But I don't know if I want to print the ogre next. I want to find one like a spaceman, because honestly it is nerve-wracking. Because remember, it took like freaking 4 hours to print this, right? Can you imagine if I had him on special order? It was like, okay, Bob, we're going to send it to you. Just pay $29.95 in shipping and handling, and we're going to paint him. And then I'm like, hey, this is Bob's. And then all of a sudden I'm taking it apart. And Bob knows his shit. Bob's like, yo, he's missing octopus arm. I couldn't send him this one, right? And be like, here it is, Bob. And he would, nobody will ever know. He'd be like, yo, that's not what I paid for. You know, so then I'd have to print it again. Unless I put it on eBay, right? And be like, for sale. Oh wow. See, that popped, but thankfully it popped, and it was like his little back shield thing. And you don't want that to happen with the parts that are like so delicate. And that's why Swedish Forge says you got to take it apart slowly and then have it open so we can follow along. Warhammer is really fun to print if you can get it right. Yeah, you did. You got it right, man. You got it right. And thanks to you, we got it. We got one. But even if you could glue it, what kind of glue? Because I couldn't. I almost burnt my freaking house down trying to melt it, and then because the glue wouldn't stick, I was like, I'll just glue it. I'll just like do like a little hazing thing, make it flat, and yeah, good luck with that. That didn't work. Now I think it is. We get more space to work with in the bottom, which is good. But what's amazing with this is that we can use those settings, I hope, for something else. You know? I think. I'm not sure. Like I was saying, Savage Planet. We're doing pretty good. But it ain't over. Not over yet. Oh, I see it. And again, it might look like I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I mean, now I do, because after like 10 times of printing this, you know where his parts are. But if you're a big fan of the character, you would know too. You know, so you either have to be a fan of the character to know exactly where shit is, or print it 11 times, and you will definitely know. You'll be a Warhammer connoisseur. Like, oh, I know, he's got octopus arms. This one I'm going to use with the tweezers. Really tricky. Wow, this is crazy, man. Literally, this is like crazy hard. Because you're excited. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. I'll get in there with the pliers because I don't want to. You know, you can twist it and then pull. Oh no, you have to be careful. Looks like it's attached to something. Booma. Yeah, it's attached. Gotta be really careful. It's stuck. Sometimes it'll get stuck. And you want to clip it so that it clips correctly. But that pressure, man. The pressure. And shit flying all over the place, too. So be careful. You could be like walking in the middle of the night, and then to be like stepping on Legos. Be like, oh, that happened to one of my kids in the living room. Ivy printed something, and she left one support on the living room floor until he stepped on it, until he was like in so much pain. So be careful. Like, I'm in my basement right now, but if you're gonna sit, watch TV, and take apart the supports, just know, be careful where they go. What's amazing is that, hold on, I gotta be really careful. Be very careful. Damn it. Nope, nothing broke. I'm just being really careful. It's that pressure, man. Like, I wish it was applied evenly. Ah, we lost his octopus arms. We could glue that though. Damn it. See? Yeah, but there's supports in there. That never would. Oh, we can glue it. sort of. We'll take it apart. See, this one, damn it. Yeah, I think I saw in the comments someone said you can glue it, but even if we clip it, I have no idea what the hell that is. Yeah, it's like supports stuck in there. We could always repaint them, the supports, so that it just works a little bit better. I don't even know. Oh, I see. Okay. Just gotta like follow it like a bad puzzle. Yeah, this is gluable. Okay. So what we'll do is I think there are supports there, so we'll leave that there. You gotta be really careful, because you can cut. You literally could cut the wrong part, like I just did. And then you're like, no, that's okay. We'll fix. That's fixable, because it came off like at the right part. That can just be put back, but not every part is like that. See, the way it's stuck on, it's just so tricky. And use tweezers if you can, but in this case tweezers are not going to work. And then we'll just take that, put that there. Sweet. And then we still have the other side too. The bottom's just going to come right off, which is phenomenal. But it's amazing how the supports come right off. Oh no, I didn't see it. I know. Yeah, I know. I didn't. You didn't see that. You didn't. You didn't see that, right? No, no one saw that. I didn't see that. I don't know what you're talking about. He was made that way. Oh man. Oh wow. Look. This is how the supports originally were. Hard to take off. You could try printing him again, and I'll show you the secret that was shared with us, Bob, by Swedish Forge. But this one, we'll take that off. See, the trick is, yay, that one came off. Don't want to mix up the parts though, because that will go there. That one can be glued back. We got lucky with that one because of the way it came off. But so far so good. But the true test is going to be the axe, because the back we can just glue back, but his true features, I need a bigger one. That axe has to be put back together. Let's cut that part out. If I can get the whole thing apart though, I will. Without, oh wow, interesting how these don't do justice. You would think that bigger was better, but apparently not. If I can just get in there. No, I can. Now I should be able to. I spoke too soon. Pull that off, but it's like fused in there from underneath. And again, if you don't know the character, it's going to be hard because it is fused in there. And the cape, you don't want to ruin his cape. We managed to take him apart before, and I heard something, without a problem. And sometimes you can just chip away at it. Just do a little bit. at a time until you can get in there. Like, carve away. And you can't pull it. Like, we lost part of his back now because we pulled it, because we actually cut the wrong part. But I think I'm gonna go in there and repaint that part that came off. See, and just carve away. I know that there's a cape under there, so there's no octopus arms or anything like that. So I know I can just keep cutting away until I get deeper down into the surface. But you don't want to cut off the crystals or whatever those things are shooting out. See? But it's kind of interesting how on this version, oh, I see. That's what Bob says. 3D print places are like Lego places, probably even worse. I didn't even, I remember back in the day when I worked in Soho, New York City, there was a 3D print place that opened up. And they were printing stuff in the background, but it cost a lot of money to have like an exclusive, some whatever it was, printed. And it was enough. People were paying for the store to be open and like have the machines running in the background. And then it just went to the consumer, to the homes, you know? And now everyone's got them in their home. And now when you go to the store to see a 3D printer, it's just on display at B&H at this, you know, like nothing running, it's just like a you know, it's not a novelty item anymore. Like a flat screen TV. This one seems to be stuck. See, this is how you have to do it. But thankfully, if all goes well, we'll glue that back piece back on and be able to make that video. Yeah, remember the flat screen TV? There was like a flat screen TV that came out that weighed like 300 pounds, and it was like, and when you looked in the back, you're like, that's not a flat screen TV. It was just flat in the front, and then and then the back was like, you know, like, wow, that's a big TV. And then eventually you got the flat screen. But the flat screen TVs were like 3D printers too. In the beginning, you know, it was like, they were like really expensive. I couldn't even buy one. I had the fake flat screen TV where it was flat in the front and then the back. You needed like 3 people to move it. It's like, hey, you want to come help me move my flat screen TV? Now you can put that on the wall on with yourself. You know, they make it so much easier now. So we're just trying to get his cape. See? Again, I've done this 11 times. So, or if you're somebody like Bob, you know, who knows the characters, knows to look for like octopus arms and things like that, you'll be all right. Or just remember, have it open in the background so that you don't mess it up. Just follow. And I was following along. I have it open on the screen, but for some reason I cut the wrong support. It wasn't a support. And we just chip away. Yeah, I remember that. Now it's like that for 3D printers. One of my friends got a 3D printer for his kid. He got him a Bamboo Lab. But apparently it's a Bamboo one. I didn't know Bamboo made, because they told me they move it around. I didn't know Bamboo made a printer that you can just move around. You know, really interesting. He's like, yeah, we just move it around, put it different places and print. I was like, what? Seriously? Because with the Creality Ender 3 S1 Pro, it could never do that. If I move the Ender 3 S1 Pro, I gotta recalibrate that shit, like literally, and then like re-level it, that self-level. But with the newer printers, apparently you can just move them around from one room to the other. I was like, wow, that is so cool. So somewhere in there, it's a little bit hard to get those supports off. Yeah, this is hard, man. I mean, what was Bob said? I had my TV since middle school. It's a flat screen. It's still working till this day. Same TV. Yeah, we the TV that you see in our living room. We've had since the girls were in preschool. And they are now going into 8th grade. We got it at Costco, and it still works. Like literally, don't need to buy a new one, which is great. You know, once back then they made things that lasted though. You know, like when you bought something, you didn't have to buy another one. Now you're gonna need a new flat screen TV. This shit, you know, doesn't work. 8K, no K, port K. You know, it's not. But yeah, I'm happy with my TV too. And plus, I think it took 2 people to put it up. It's heavy. It's like a flat screen TV, but it's the one from like 13 years ago. Not the newer ones are really light. You can just hold one finger, and that shit will go up on the wall. Yeah, no, I'm happy because we don't watch a lot of TV anyway, as you can see. We make these videos so you don't have to. But when I do watch something, I'll watch it on my phone. I just want to relax. And then it's hard to watch TV with the kids around anyway because they narrate. They're like, what happened? What happened? I'm like, I don't know. You're watching. I just sat here. I'm watching the same show as you. I don't know what happened. Let's call the producer and see. We can find out. Maybe he'll share with us what happened to everybody in the cast. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. So that I'm like, that's movie night. Oh wow, interesting. This part is stuck on there, which is fine. Yeah, definitely got too much crap on him. Like, well, then again, Swedish Forge had shared that these were these were supposed to be printed with resin, which, you know, so, and then one day someone figured out how to get these printed on PLA. So eventually, I guess it'll transfer over to the full experience when someone like Swedish Forge and it is. Swedish Forge is doing this. I wonder how many, I forget how many printers he has. The settings he gave us. Oh wait, I wonder if I can print this on the Ender 3S1 Pro, right, and just slice it. That would be interesting. Yeah, I want to try that. I want to try printing this on the Ender 3S1 Pro and see if we have the same experience. And have 2 running at the same time. Wow. You can't pull it. You really got to be careful. It's like a freaking nightmare, man. But even if we don't like print more miniatures on the channel, these settings are phenomenal because, as you can see, there's for the supports, right? so we can apply these settings, which I'm going to keep as a template for other stuff we print. Please don't break. The axe is really delicate. Like so delicate. It's that pressure that can make or break the deal. Literally. Yay. Now that axe is hanging on a thread. For some reason it printed, but it's so delicate. You gotta like hold it, you know, like, but I can see how it printed, but it can break at any minute. If there was a way to put it in a cast, so I broke it. Damn it. The key feature. Might be able to glue it, but the problem is the glue doesn't hold, you know. See, this is part of the axe again. Oh yeah, that's really hard to take off. I don't know. We'll try and glue the axe back. So we got 2 more parts to glue back on. Maybe it needs to be scaled up one more, maybe 130, because the base of the axe is so thin that there's no way it's gonna hold. It all depends on your printer too, you know. So now we can just chip away at it, since we were carefully trying not to. If I had like a little pin, I can let the magic happen from there. There was also a special filament used for these. I think it's more for the shine. Not sure, but well, it's not like we can just tear them out, you know, like so much detail. Whoops. No, I didn't do anything. Good. Okay. Because he only has 2 over there. We got the. Oh my God. Now I see why they use resin. And you got to be careful because those octopus arms. Sweet. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I wonder how he got his tentacle arms too. I thought it was part of his costume. I thought it was like, you know, his armor, like his accessory, where like in the movie Mad Max, everyone's wearing shit like this. I wasn't sure if it was like he was like humanoid or something. That I don't know. We'll have to find the story behind him. Or was it like G.I. Joe, where you know, Cobra's in his lab making the latest soldier. I don't know. And then this is how they were all created. They're all just like clones of humanoids of a sort. I don't know. As my first time with these little guys, and it won't be the last. It definitely won't be the last. I'm gonna print 2 more. I'm gonna say, Bob, if you have a slicer and a computer, I'll show you how we did this, and then maybe you can figure out how to paint this right with the supports, and we'll try your version. I'll share with you in a second. Don't break, don't break. I think they're called Space Marines. Yes, I like that, Space Marines, because I definitely want to print. I think if I was gonna do one, there was one that I saw that looked really cool, the Space Marine, that I would print for sure. Swedish Forge is here too, so he'll be able to walk us through and see what I missed with my paint job. Bob, you can try too, and we'll print it. Just call it Bob's version or something, and then that one's not coming out. We lost his other technicals too. I don't know. It looks good with 2, if you ask me. But we need his axe. I think we might be able to glue the axe back on. Ah, yeah, we will. I know what I could use. No, we broke his other part of the axe. It's so delicate, man. Oh, we're gonna have to print him again. We'll have to do a swap. But look, the bottom part comes off really easily. I wish all the supports. Can you look at that? Came off like that. And then we're done. Sort of. Not really done. I gotta print this again. See? Oh, nice. We didn't lose the bottom. Almost did. So the axe is so delicate. So Bob, we're gonna share with you a secret. You can download Creality Print for your Mac or PC, and if you have a better way to slice it, send it to us. All right. So look, here's how I painted it. Didn't have much luck there, but I know I didn't see that either. It's like, damn it. See, here's the axe. If I can just get the axe. See, maybe I'm gonna go scale up 130. Then it's not a miniature anymore, right? Because it was so delicate in here. It didn't even, it printed, but it printed like, you can see there's like a pinhole there. I want to know what kind of glue they use for these models though. 3D model glue, because the super glue doesn't work, to be honest with you. Even though it gives you beads and droplets, it doesn't really do justice there. Hold on. So it gives you like a drop. It's a little tiny drop, and that drop falls right on top. But it's so small that, see, and then if you can't see, I really can't see. I gotta use these things here. Need like some sort of ceramic. And then now, watch your fingers because it's glue. Remember, if we take this and then hold it on like that, and then hold it until it dries, but it's got to be straight. But for some reason, oh, I spoke too soon. Yeah, it doesn't really hold. Whoops. Gotta wait for it. See, it just doesn't really. I'm gonna hold it as long as I can. Glue back the axe. I'm gluing it back, but for some reason I'm gonna print it again. But show me I'm gonna show you my my stuff, and then I'll show it to Bob too. Maybe Bob can paint it better than me. Now we just gotta wait. Hold that pose, don't move. And hopefully you'll be able to let go one day. Yay, we glued the axe back. Let it hold. And then it could be glued from the bottom. Oh wow. Interesting. We can definitely glue the axe back from the bottom because it's hollow on the inside. Interesting. Alright, so we glued this part of the axe back, and I kind of like him with two tentacle arms or octopus arms, whatever they're called. So look, we fixed him, but let's see what we have here. Let me show you what I got, and you show me how we can. I followed your directions, which are great because we would have never gotten this far, period. But I do want to find a space marine, a real space marine that looks a little bit like, what is it, Nova or Metronome, whatever he's called, without too many parts to make him whole, you know, without all the Mad Max stuff happening. But look, here we go. Samsung me. All right, so we have him at the angle, and we're going to zoom in so we can see the axe. Right, zoom out, zoom in, trying to get it at the other angle. There we go. And then flip them around and bring them down. I mean, you could, whoops, we could just flip the build plate, but I'm trying to get it at a particular angle. Anyway, we'll go to preview. You can find a lot of fun miniatures on 3D. I'm going to try that, but I want to find a Space Marine, and then we'll try that one. But we definitely fixed the axe. If we go back to prepare, you see, I did like you did. See, the supports are right in there. Maybe just paint in there. So Bob, what you do is you go to prepare, and then you click on the print, and then slide it down. If your computer has HDMI, you could plug it into, not computer, your TV. You can plug it into your television. And then you click right over here. See this one? Support painting. And you can see everything I painted. You should be able to move that out of the way. The pen size is a pretty good size. So my axe, see, there's my axe. And then we have here. And then we have there. Maybe we, I don't don't know. And if we scroll down, shift and slide lets you do that. And if we go to preview, see, somehow we need to remove, I think I see it. If we can remove from in there. Oh no, but you can't, because that's holding up this octopus arm. It's so tricky, man. And then we have, you could always put him back standing and then check the supports, but to get like a more control and access in there. And if we zoom, see, we got the, I see, right in there. Maybe we remove this. So we go back to prepare and then paint, and then somehow, oops, control, not a control option. Wait, undo. It's control, and then you paint it. Control. And then maybe get in there, up in there, and move it around. And then we'll do shift and slide. Shift. The pencil might be, check your pen size. Sometimes it accidentally gets too big. And if we can maybe do that. Oops. Oh, I didn't know that. Shift erases it. That's good to know. I was wondering what erased it. We'll include that in our next video. Maybe do there. In there, because that's where it fell off, right? And then do that. And then anything that, you know, it has to adhere somewhere. In there, look. See? That's probably where it's putting the supports where we lost it. Where it like it fused. We don't need that much. And if we can somehow, so shift erases it. Was it shift? Yeah, shift. Nice, I like that. So we can use the shift key. But we do want, oops, and undo there. Oops, undo there. So you can't be on it. You have to move it. So we definitely want in there. We had in there, but this part I wasn't really too concerned with because it was fine. We don't need support there. Just erase anything pink where like there, you know, so that it doesn't. And then we can remove here. I was wondering how that was bleeding, but I didn't want it to bleed too much because you don't really need there, to be honest with you. And the less there, the better, because then you don't have to worry about like that struggle in the beginning like I was going through. And as you saw, this just comes right off, literally. I just wish all the other stuff came right off too. So the less we have trying to crawl its way up, the better. Right? I would never have no, and see Bob, oh wow, interesting. I don't know why, oh, because we have it at an angle. Remember Bob, you can paint this too, and then send us your version. Get in there. Definitely here, we don't need supports there. So I accidentally painted this, but I didn't know how to remove it, but now I do. And we had asked Swedish Forge, he probably would have told us, but I sent him like 5 different videos. I was so happy, and I was thanking him and sharing my experience, and then it was amazing. We'll remove some. You don't need it to bleed that far up, but we'll fix that in a second because we do want you just don't need okay, now we can just take that off, skim it. We'll put it back. Just want to make sure there's no pink involved. All right, then we'll go here, and now we can just paint it. See? It's just not going to cake on. Oh wow, I see the little belt too. We got to get in there too. We definitely don't want here, because every little bit, well, it just makes more work for it to come off, and it's harder, you know. We'll go here. Try this, Bob. Send us your version. I'd love to try Bob's version, because Bob seems like he's really good with the details, like Swedish Forge. And we'll paint in there. Oh wait, maybe not. Don't paint in there. If it comes out like that, leave it, because it's so easy to come off. So maybe I'll just click undo, because it was fine. We didn't have any trouble there. Oh wow, look in there. Oh my god, look at that angle. We definitely don't want you in there. Yay. Because we know that shit just comes apart. And then definitely, oh wow, definitely get that out. The less supports in there, the better. We don't want, and this inside is a disaster to try and get off. Oops. So make sure you got nothing happening on the inside. But, you know, you don't know. Oh wow, definitely any specks you see. Oh wow, look in there. I don't know how that happened. That's definitely not me. Oh, these are just like those red areas that you usually get. That can't be removed. That, I don't know. I forget what that's called, but Swedish Forge will know. And then here, clean it up. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess. I think let's just clean this up a little bit, because it does need some supports. I'm not sure if it prints, how it prints this though. It's really hard to look at the details on this. Like, does it print going up, print going down? Like, definitely not going down, but I guess it starts up, right? Support, 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 and then no support there, and then we're gonna go back into Swedish Forge's video though and see what he did. I tried to copy as much as he did, and then maybe here less, just remove some, not a lot. And then I don't think he has. We'll just put some here, 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 and then remove that. Oh yeah, we can't remove that. That's just, I don't know what that is. Anyway, so you'll know. And I believe, I hope, right? Oh well, maybe in here. Look, remember we lost one of his, where's his gun? Did we lose anything on that side? No, that one stayed. This one, the one next to his gun. Nice. Okay, so leave that one. It's the one, no. Wow, we got lucky. Oh, probably because it's like attached to his arm. Yeah, and then, oh look, turn it upside down. Yay. And then bring it out. Maybe in there. Again, if you want to share your version, do share, because we will try yours too. I believe, interesting. Yeah, maybe I may have taken off too much. Oops. Because it does need some, right? Not a lot. Pink means that there can't be supports where you paint. If you remove it, there can be supports. Yeah, I know. I don't want supports there, because this thing's a pain to come off when we already lost it. So I'm trying to limit where the supports are, as you saw, so that we can have a better experience. Because look, whoops, if you saw, this thing was hard to come off. So if we limit the supports here, right, we should have a better experience, hopefully, right? And maybe we'll make like an even line. Maybe just do it like this. Whoops. Do like that. And then flip it around. Make sure. Oh, wow. Oops. Yeah, definitely clean it up. I want to make sure. Oops. Yeah, that should be alright. And then we'll just compare this to. See, I want to get in there. Because the gun printed really well. Oops. Just hold down the control key. Yeah, I'm not worried about the gun, literally. And then, oh look, yeah, that's fine there. Somehow in there, I saw some stuff between his legs, like literally in there. I don't even know. Probably because of the, no, I wouldn't see it. Maybe because of the cape. It needs those supports at the bottom, but in between his legs, it got some major stuff happening. Once we get in between there, oh wow, the axe is already there. Yay, we fixed it. We'll try it again. Let's see what happens when we slice it. And I'm gonna press Control again. I'm gonna have to put more filament in the printer. Slice the platos. And again, see, like the gun, we don't have any trouble with. I remember when Swedish Forge was like zooming up and down. He can tell. You could tell he's like a 3D print connoisseur, because he can look at the print and just know like what the fuck's happening. Like, oh, he's like, oh, right in there. Put a bird's eye view. I have no idea. It's like he must be like an ultrasound technician, where they could just look at it and like, oh, there's the heart. Oh, there's the, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, maybe in there, but we can't get in there. Ideally, I'd want to get in there. And then, yeah, ideally, I wish I could get in there. But that's so cool. This is the best. Cause, oh yeah, right there. I remember there was a part in his video where he was doing this. And then he's like, oh yeah, right there. See, right in there. You got to know what to look for. You got to be like the ultrasound tech. And then now that I found it, which is probably why it fell apart, right? Why we lost his little octopus arms, because of those supports in there. And there's no way you're getting those off without taking the rest of it off. So somehow we got to remove that in there. And it's a tight fit, and that pressure's there. So even if you when you snip it, right here, that pressure that builds up right in between there is what causes it to just pop right off. And I'm like, no. And there's gotta be, so maybe, I don't know. This is when I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna, you have to wing it until you figure it out. And then you have in there that shit between his legs, which gets stuck in there. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky. I don't know. It's just gonna have to wing it. But we definitely don't want that in there, because if we go back to prepare somehow, and then go back into the paint, this is it right here, Bob support painting. We don't want it to intertwine in there, because that pressure that builds up. But what we can do is, you know what, like Swedish Forge just said, pink is where you don't want supports to be. So why don't we, like, it can hold the rest up, but just not, we don't want it to, because where is it attached to? Like, that's the other thing. Like, if we can find out where it's attached to, then we don't need for their, well, you do need to have supports to hold it, right? And then I see it's attached to his back. Like if I can just somehow see where it's attached to. Leave it like that. We don't want supports here. It can print there, right? So let's hold down the shift key. Oh, but then again, we don't want supports there, right? And then, in there, look. There we go. There we are. Deep inside. And then somehow, oh, in there, look, see that? So it's attached to his arm. Interesting. Right in the, oops, right in there. And that's the part that breaks, right? I don't know. And then what about the other side? Oh yeah, I can see back in there. So we don't want supports in there. If I can somehow see right in there. Oops. And if we can get, we definitely don't want in there, right? Because you can build it, I think. And then here maybe. Whoops. I don't know. There's tentacles on his arm. Yeah, I see that. Oops, how did that happen? That's not from me. Hold down the shift key. No, I guess that's just, I don't know, the print. Sometimes you get these little blotches. If it's attached, no, we can't. He needs some support, right? Holding it up, but we don't want the supports to be in the undercarriage because those are the ones that, you know, it just comes right off. And then the axe, in there, like he was saying, under his arm. Oh look, see right in there, right inside there, because, and if we can look under his other arm, oh yeah, definitely in there. See right in the corner, man. Now I see why they do this in resin. They just dip it, you know, and then just magic just happens. And then maybe we don't really want supports in there because we just had an experience of a lifetime. And then somehow, I see right in there. The less supports under there, the better, because then it should be a better experience. So now if we can just turn it around, right in there, see that? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, then you got to look between his legs. We'll probably take one of these apart that's in the garbage, right, and see what's happening under there. What about the chains on his back? I didn't know there were chains on it. Nah, there are chains in the front. The back came out pretty good. I see the chains here. Oh yeah, you're right though. In the front, yeah, because look, me stuff. If we look here, oh no, he needs to have the supports there because that's what's holding up the skull. But it kind of adds a little bit of character. Because look, otherwise the skulls won't print. This part I'm not worried about because we can remove that easily. It's like and you need the supports behind his legs because, whoops, that is what's holding up his cape. He's just got too many accessories for a soldier of fortune, you know, like, that's why I want to print a spaceman. Like this is more like, see, he still has his weapons, less guns, no armor though. So he's dead on the first shot. The first bullet that comes his way, he's gone. Whereas these guys here, they, you know, whoops. But that's okay though. That piece fell off, was meant to. You could use a piece like this to get, but the problem is right in there. See? It's getting, yay, you can use like your little tool or tweezers, or use this part to push it, but you don't want to break it, you know. And it's hard to get this thing in there. If you can, great, because then you get, yay, we got it, and then you can push it out. Again, now I see why they use resin, because it's got it, and then you can just see it'll come out, and then you have more in there that can somehow, you gotta get so you can't get in there, and it's stuck on the back. I wonder why. You know what we can do is paint in there, paint those little crystals thingies there, so that no supports go there, and be like, you shall not pass. See, we got it. But you can. The cape is really strong. I wish the tentacles were like that, where you know, they would just you know, print without all the drama. I'll just take that off. It's fine. Don't need that. No. We've got a new character. Like if I was Cobra, I'm gonna make my new secret weapon, I'd have limited accessories so I can move around. You know, I don't know. Oh look, the cape lifts up a little bit. Yeah, but that's not coming out. If I can just get in there. Definitely gonna paint in there if I can, so I can get that out. But so far so good. We can just glue the bottom part of the axe. Alright, let's see. So definitely in between his legs, down in the back. Whoops. Oh no. Be careful moving him, because you will break the axe again. You just heard if you heard a snap, it's because the axe moved. And then down here, and we'll get that in a second. Can glue it. Need the special glasses for that. So down there, let's see if we can paint in here. Full version of me, Samsung, me. So we're definitely having trouble getting supports out of here. Yeah, but he's at an angle, so he needs those supports in there. What angle is he at? Let's slice it again. Let's slice it so it saves it. And then, oh, interesting. Looks like we might be able to, oh no, it's the back. Okay. So it's running through the back and then running it through the front. And you need that for the front. But since he's at an angle, we could remove the face supports, right? And I can see why the cape has those supports underneath because it's holding up the cape. So there's no way to undo that. But what we could do is, see the face right here? Go back to prepare right here, Bob, a little support painting, and then we could remove it because remember if we were printing him straight, we'd need those supports under there, right? But since he's at a 45-degree angle thanks to Swedish Forge, we don't need supports there because the nozzle is at, oh man, oh wait, we need the shift key because we still need some in there. We can just zoom in and then right here. So we don't need there because he's at a 45-degree angle, right? So that's going to make the facade that much easier to print because there are freaking supports all over there, like literally. It could just support itself from the rear. And then the cape needs it because it's holding itself up from the back. It's kind of weird though, because if you've ever seen the Benchy, it prints without supports. It's kind of wild. But you know, that's the Benchy for you. Okay. Just don't, it's all caked on there, which is so weird. It's just going to look that much better. And make sure, where else are there? So we can just look at them and see. Yeah, so just keep doing that. Not sure why it did that, but now we know. The skeletons will be so much visible. Again, too many accessories for a warrior. Oh, that's what he is, a warrior. Kind of like Conan the Barbarian. Remember they wore all that stuff? No, he walked around naked, but the other guys, the warriors, had their attire. Can you imagine if they were gangsta? They could never be gangsta. You know how the gangsters are like, yo, you want to mess with me? Yo, what's up? And then they have to take off their shirt. Like, yo, and take off their watch, like, yo, and take off their glasses, yo, and then like take off their, like, they do something like this. They're definitely not gay, like, yo, what's up? And then they take off their shirt, yo, and then they take their phone and put it like on the side, yo, you want some of this? And then they're like, and then they thanks to him, I don't know, I've never seen them take off their shoes though. But can you imagine the warrior doing that? Be like, yo, you want a piece of this? And like, okay, by the time he gets dressed, undressed, it's time to go. Like, sorry, I gotta catch my bus. Too much drama. Too much drama before the fight. It was like MMA, you'd be like knocked out. MMA or MFA, I forget what it's called. There's no like, yo, you want a piece of this? No dancing. No, you are out for the count. 30-second fight. The only pieces we got are the ones in this channel we're trying to figure out. You want a piece of this? So Bob, we will slice your version too. So be part of the experience, and we will ship it to you for free. Remember that. Save this video. We will ship it to Bob for free. Because we owe him one. We promised him that we would print something on the house. Oh wow, look in there. See that? Just when you think you got everything. But it has to print. That's like, so if this doesn't, like if yours doesn't print, then we will print something else instead of killing ourselves with this thing. Because what we're what number are we on now? Freaking, it'll be 13. Maybe a little bit more because we're gonna print Bob's too. 14. Wonder what that is. No, it's just some blemish. It has nothing to do with the experience. Just double check because as you know, those supports are. Oh wow, I see a green one in there. Why would there be supports? I must have accidentally hit it. All right. Maybe take some off. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's look at the back. It looks pretty good without all that Mickey Mouse stuff on there. We want it to adhere. We don't want supports there. We definitely want... See, that's the thing. Do we want... something's got to hold it up here. Literally. But it's what's inside. We don't need all that crap happening on the inside. That's the problem. And if we can get it to support it going up, right? Then we're fine. I wonder why that happens there though. It's not me. It's just some weird after effect. Definitely we don't want supports there. You can't highlight the cape in the back. Yeah, I know. I wish I could. Like if I could somehow, I think in Creality Slicer, not Creality, Cura, we could probably split the model into parts and cut the shit up into pieces. Why is that there? I didn't do that. Did I do that? And then glue them together. We'll try opening them up in Cura. Because nothing's going to go there anyway. Right? We only have him on the front of the belt. Front of his cape. Whatever you call that thing. Inside. Yeah, I know. I wish I can get inside. But look, Bob, even if we could get inside, the problem with that is, let's slice it. Those supports on the inside are holding up the cape. Otherwise, the cape won't print. See? In there. Right in here. So if we go down, go down, go down. See that? And at least now it's not. Oh, wow, interesting. Let's look at his face. See? Oh wow, I thought we asked for no supports there. We painted him, but it's like doing what it wants to do. Let's scroll this up. That's so weird. If we go back to prepare and then paint, see? We put it there. But for some reason it's overriding it. And it's at a 45-degree angle, so it shouldn't. Maybe put more? Put more paint. Paint it right there. But yeah, again, we can't get in there. It's amazing how it's able to do that, though. Look, and somehow I didn't do that. Why is it like deciding to paint on its own? So we definitely need to get back in there. No, it's control. Control does this so that we can. And then that paintbrush is a little bit too big, but we can somehow see. Look, see that corner in there, right in there. Whoops, right in there. Yay! Because that's where it's going to clip off. We just need a little bit. Definitely not in there. Right there. Why is it doing that? It's so weird. Definitely want to erase that. Because it's okay to have supports, you know, a little bit, not a lot. Because otherwise, you remember, it can't print into thin air. Something like, so just, we don't need a whole bunch, just enough. Look, somehow, that is so weird. Why is it like self-painting? Am I getting hacked or something? Why is it doing that? And then you got some in there. And it's like, and then you see the chain? There's a chain. Those supports need oh wow, interesting. That's missing too. But the chain might, yeah, so we lost the chain. I don't know. Do you think you could print that? I don't know. We're definitely not going to be able to print. I was like, where? No wonder why. There's a chain missing. The chain. Let's see if it can print that. And then see somehow, why? How did that just happen? That is so weird. You gotta check your stuff. It's like someone's painting in the background. Look for any green. Any botches of green. Nope. We can definitely put some here. Whoops, that one I did. Undo. That was me, but the other ones, I don't know where they came from. Yeah, we don't need anything if we add there. Apparently it just decides to override and do anyway. Don't need, remember, because it's at a 45-degree angle, so it doesn't need it for the outside. The inside, it's going to need it. And look, missed a spot right there. That's enough to make a disaster. And then we can just undo that. Oh, see? Somehow that just magically appeared. That is so weird. I believe, oh wow, look, I didn't see this. There are chains on his back. That's gonna be tricky because he's printing at that angle and there's no way. Let's slice it. That we can. This is why they do resin, because you just dip him in and he comes out that way. Yeah, the tentacles are floating. That's why I only did it with the supports. See, like the tentacles have supports, but just not on top. See? So we did it so that we painted the bottoms, right? But there's no support on the top. See? So it's holding it up like a trust fall. So as you can see, like the gun, look at the gun, see? But, oh wow, I didn't see that. Are you kidding me? Right in here. Oh no, that's fine. Here, see, so it holds it up. So it's just holding it up. And we're removing as much supports on the top, but it'll hold it up underneath. And then in there, you know, inside is going to be tricky. It's going to be really tricky. It's like a trial and error. Thankfully, it's a mini. See, and again, it decided to put on the skeleton. We said nothing there. This is like AI now. It's just got a mind of its own. This part right here. We painted there, but somehow it wants to put it there. All right. At least it's not putting it on the top. So we might get lucky. Yeah. I don't know. At least it's easy, a little bit easier underneath. We kind of know what we're playing with. Down under, where to snip. You know, right there. Right here. Yeah, I don't know. The rest is just trial and error. But I love these settings. And I would have never figured this out. This is all Swedish Forge. He's probably driving himself crazy too. He's like, damn it. This is when you wish you had like 4 printers. Alright, so I think now we're done. Let's send it to the printer. Let's get the link for Bob. So that he can try it too. Or find another figurine. Just find one that doesn't have so much shit happening. Like too many accessories. Pretend you're going to war. And if you were going to war, what would you want? Would you want all this stuff? Or would you just want your weapons? Would you just want to be a little bit like this guy, but not 100%? A little bit of armor, but not like some. You just want some armor. Not no armor, but some. Not where you're like a knight in shining armor. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Remember when they went inside the little armor and they were trying to walk? All right, so we have the settings correct here. We're just going to send it to the printer. Let me make sure I have filament because I printed so many that yeah. There's enough. There is plenty in there. I mean, not a lot. There's like a little gray. I still have the other colors, but we kind of want these guys to be gray. All right, so let's send it to the printer, Samsung Me, and then now we can go back to prepare, and then send plate gray, which is fine, and then start print, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. I mean, I could leave it printing, right? But I still have some videos I need to record. I want to do the multimeter one today before the kids come home, because it's hard to record when they're not here. But we will fix a part of his axe. Interesting to know that his axe does have more accessories to it. The chain. It must be a strong warrior. Excuse me, because I once rode my bike, and I had the bicycle chain with me. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere unless I can lock it up. And it was heavy. It was like a workout. It was hard riding a bicycle with a chain. Okay, now let's go to me stuff. Me stuff. Yeah, I kind of, but this. So the first part of the axe I broke because I cut it. I cut the wrong part. The second part of the axe I broke because it's really delicate. It's hollow on the inside, but it's strung together. Maybe we should change the infill. But then if we change the infill and make it stronger, that's going to affect the supports too, and make that experience even more challenging. Because the tighter they are, as you saw, to come off, the pressure that's there that builds up, that causes it to like have a knee-jerk reaction where well, you know, it just will cause like a top part to crack or lower part to crack, and then etc. So now with this part we might need to, it's hard to finagle, to be honest with you. Yay. Nobody will ever know. They're gonna know. They'll never know. Yay, we got it. Sweet. You know, it's not perfect when it comes to like the blemishes and imperfections of the print, but maybe Swedish Forge can share another tool. Like another tool to get in there, like a Dremel for sure, right? A screwdriver. See if we can get in there. Definitely a screwdriver, but another kind of cutter. But it's below the cape, like it's under there. It's like fused underneath. That's the other problem too. Like there's no way, Jose, that's coming out without breaking it, literally. We could paint part of the inside, but I don't know. Yay, we got it. You got to get it without breaking his little dress too. And the other problem is that we got it, right? Like, yeah, I got this, but now that's on this piece. Like, good luck with that on the next one. And it's fused underneath there, like literally, because that's what's holding him up, holding his little mini dress up, or whatever you call it. Mad Max features. We can somehow, without breaking it, you know. got it. And if we can somehow get it out. And remember, that's because we're printing him at a 45-degree angle. But I wonder if with these settings, right, we can print it at any angle. I have to ask Swedish Forge, why did he choose this angle? Probably because of his weapons and accessories, right, so that they're somewhat easier to come off. Because if we printed him straight up, right, then he's at a different angle and no supports happening inside the cape, right? At least I think. Well, then it would be on the outside. So, you know, then you'd have more supports that are much harder to come off. See? You gotta be really careful. Like if I show this to my kids, they'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool, I want one. And you show it to someone like who knows, like Bob or Swedish Forge, you're like, where's the rest of his stuff? You know, like literally. I'm like, what stuff? No, this is like the 2.0 version. You're talking about, oh man, that's okay. We glued it, and the glue should still be easy to work with. So I'll just do this. And then just hold it. Then it should fuse together. Sweet. Just be careful. Wow, this is so cool. So let's see if we can find, while this guy is printing, definitely need new pliers, look, or need to like squeeze that in a little bit. I heard a ding. Swedish Forge is like, Lou, you messed it up. I know. I'm printing it again. Number 14, and Bob's gonna choose one with not so many accessories. And we'll send him for free. There we go. Yay, my pliers are fixed. Oh, make sure you put the glue on. I mean the cover onto your glue, otherwise it will dry up. But this is really cool. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Too late though. Oh no, not too late. I wanted to send one over to my little fan. Did you make the no? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to scale. I did make it bigger like you did at 120, but if you were watching earlier, I wanted to make it 130. 130 to give it that little bit of extra strength. And I was like, damn it, but I started printing it. But that's okay. We make these videos so you don't have to. So that's alright, because now we can just we can send it to the Ender 3 S1 Pro and see if these settings work there, because there are people that have that printer too. So if we go to scale, see, I have it at 120. I watched your video. Your video is amazing, man. You should throw that shit up on YouTube, because, you know, people would love it. You know, like, I'm gonna make a video and dedicate it to you, but honestly, I find that YouTube will do 130. YouTube will cater to their local audience. So let's say if I have a flat and I have a video for how to change a flat tire, and my flat tire happens somewhere near my house, YouTube's not going to push the video from Sweden, like how to change a flat. It's going to push the local content creators in the area video. So that's why you should take what you did, and don't worry about your English, because it's fine. Look, I did everything except take it apart correctly. So, you know, your English is good enough to make a video to get someone printing a 3D miniature, except it's going to cater to that part of Europe. It doesn't like cater to the globe, which would be kind of cool if it did, because you know, there are over 8 billion people in the world, and look, here I am on the other side of the world, on a different continent, and then you helped me, but your video is not going to show up here. Maybe a year from now. The guy who sent me the Clover FPV, the remote control kit that you put your goggles on the RC car, his video showed up 2 years later, I think, Steve's video. So it'll show up, but YouTube decides when it's going to, unfortunately, which is pretty wild. So yeah, don't be shy. Throw that shit up there, because look, it got me this far, and I'm gonna make one. And, you know, it'll get other people so far, but it's only going to cater to, you know, like a small audience. It's not going to cater to the world of 3D printing. It would be cool if it did, though. I don't know why it doesn't, you know, because you know how many people would love to print miniatures? I would love to. I am, but sort of, you know, we're still getting there. Remember, this is our first time, though. We've never done this before. So we're going to get better at this. And we're going to choose warriors that don't have so much shit going on. So many accessories. If we're going to go to war, we're going to go to war my way. We're going to send you with armor, but, you know, just enough. So the enemy won't hear you in the background. Because you could, like, if you could hear with the chains going, they'll hear you coming a while. There won't be any, like, stealth approach in this war unless they are teleported and beamed up. Right? But let's look up and see what we can find. Hold on. Okay, so now we're going to save this one. And then go to export, because I want to save this. Export 3MF file. And then save it. Oh, save this one. Test rates 130. 130. You could always change it, but I have 2 versions on the desktop. And then I'm going to export this one again. Export 3. So we have 2 versions. Test rates, just save it to the desktop, replace, and there we go. So now, actually, that one, if I'm going to replace it, it should be 120. Actually, not leave it at 130. I'll just have 2 versions of it. But what I want to do is this one, the 130 version, leave as is, and then this one we're going to change the nozzle to Ender 3S1 Pro, transfer everything over. So now it's on this bed, and then we'll slice it. Smaller bed. I guess the Creality High has a bigger bed. This one's going to take a little bit longer. Oh no, 4 hours, roughly the same. Interesting. See? Look at that. The axe will be fine. Remember, it's axe. You can get axed out on a second date. The only issue... No, look. See, it's holding it up. Sweet. It's like the trust fall. It's like those concerts when you're laying back and they're they're carrying you real along and you're being passed on until you, I guess you hopefully you make it to the stage or wherever it is. This is what's happening to our warrior right here. All right. Sweet. Sort of. See, that it's the back. Oh, but at least now we know where to clip it, right? And how it's actually on there. The one that runs through the cape. That's a bummer. All right, it is what it is. We will try it again, and then, you know, hopefully, I don't know. The worst case scenario, honestly, if we do it so well, we will only lose the chains going around the axe. I could live with that, right? I'm fine with that. The tentacles or the octopus arms, it's gonna be luck, but it looks pretty good. You know, you never know. So now we're gonna save it. Hold on, Samsung me. In case you're wondering, sorry you guys missed that. So as you can see, underneath, and then we go here. And then we go there. Excuse me. And then but what's amazing is that with these settings, the supports come off easily. It's like made for that. And let me just do this though, in case I ever lose it. Put it there. That's like the secret. That's like the holy grail, you know. And the 130. Put it in there. Now we have it backed up. Where did it go? So now we're just gonna save it to the desktop. Export G-code. And then 4 hours 26 minutes. Leave it. Should be done by this evening. So that's this one right here. That's for the Creality High. And then now I gotta turn it on though. What's cool about the miniatures is that what I like about it is that, let's say we messed it up, we printed like 13 or 14, but it doesn't use a lot of filament, which is great. Like if we go back here, so you know, you can confidently, you know, keep printing them, like the amount of filament until you somehow get it out. Hopefully you're not printing a lot. 28, see 20, and the average print is like 100 grams of you know, of PLA or whatever it is. So you know, I like that. It's just the details and stuff, getting all that right. So now we're just going to take this. Here's our G-code file right there. I mean our little SD card. And then just double check, because remember we can't print from the camera because it screws everything up. Just make sure if we go back to prepare and then click it and then click on scale that we're at the 131. Okay, and then we can eject the disk, because somehow if we pull it out it just gets glitched out and doesn't recognize it on the Ender 3. I have a video that shows you that. In case you're interested. Bob, sorry I missed you. SOS Cults 3D. I'm gonna do Cults 3D. Lou, read message. I will read the message. Let me put this in and get it started, and I'll do the comments. Okay, we're gonna read the comments and then go to Cults 3D. And Bob, if you see a print you like on Cults 3D, I got you. All right, if it's not free, as long as it's not like $20 or something. Let's see. Oh, the comments. You can't highlight the cape in the back. No, says Bob. Inside, the tentacle looks like it's floating. Yeah, it is. That's why I did it so like it was like holding it like that. A little bit of a bummer. Sent you a picture on WhatsApp. Oh, nice. Did you make the figure bigger? Yes, I did. Now I did. Says Bob. Or asks Bob. Yeah, don't be shy. I make videos too, but they're not as well edited. How to buy Lou tips, everything like glitches. Read messages now. You can send me a link to the website again. Find the figure. Okay, well, you find the figure. You find the one you like and we will print it for you, as long as it doesn't have like too much shit going on like this one, because otherwise we're just going to be printing forever. Bob, Cults 3D, and then Lou, read the messages. Yes, we're caught up. All right, so let's go to Cults 3D. But let's type in, I want to see, before we go to Cults 3D, let's send the Cults 3D link to Bob though, so that he can have it. Alright, I need to find my keyboard and my glasses so I can see. This is going to take like 5 hours, but we make these videos so you don't have to. Then I have to... What? Oh, my screen just went black. Oh, that was weird. I said hi. I wonder if those are bots when someone like comes to the channel and says hi. I said hi. Okay, that's fine. We hear you. We saw. We heard you the first time. Hi. Let's say hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Alright, so that takes care of them. Some people are like so offended that they didn't say hello. Lou, read messages. Bob Cults 3D. Hopefully I remember my password. That's the only thing. I haven't logged in a while. Because a lot of time with Cults 3D, I haven't had the kind of luck. Oh, I can log in with Facebook. Good thing I didn't close my Facebook account. With them, sometimes it's hit or miss with the Cults 3D STL files. And I'll know I'm in if I go here, if I go to downloads. Hopefully it's, yep, it's my right account. So let's type in, what should we type in? Minis? Or do we type in what they're actually called? Interesting. Anyway, let's send this to Bob. Here you go, Bob. And there we are. And then we'll type in Warhammer. Warhammer Spaceman, though. Warhammer. Warhammer Spaceman. That's more for me. Oh, wow, they do have him. Look. Oh, except he's still got a lot of shit going on. Oh, look. I want something like this, but the full figure. Oh yeah, these are really cool. I want this armor, but with a marine, space marines. Oh, that's I was right. Yeah, that's the first. This one's free, but not really. Where's the rest of them? Like, where's? It's just an outfit. No, I don't need that. Oh, it's cosplay. Maybe you print it and wear it. That's pretty wild. Doesn't have many, but that's okay. Let's type in just Warhammer. I'm gonna copy this because who knows? Maybe Printables has them, or Cult, whatever the other one is called. And then we'll go here and type in Warhammer. Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is my kind of Warhammer, except a little bit. Not quite. No. Let's try Printables. Something like that, but a little bit bigger. Let's try Warhammer. And the other one. Let's go to Printables. You should see something now. Oh! It has. Thank you for that. Yeah, I gotta do a refresh. Thank you. See? I should check. Alright, so let me do this. Go here. Restart capture. Ah, there we are. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate that. I'm not sure why that happened. It was like stuck. Alright, so Cults 3D, I sent the link. Honestly, not anything calling out to me. Oh, there's more. There's a Page Nation. So at the bottom, if you click on number 2, there's more. Interesting. This looks like something from 1984, the movie. Oh wow, look. Henry Calvo, whatever his name is, the guy from Superman. Let's try the other one, Printables. I'm not crazy about with our selection that we're getting here on the first try there. Let's try here. Sometimes Printables or the other one. What? Wow, nothing on Printables? You gotta be shitting me. Wow, that's crazy. Printables is not, what's the other one called? Printables and Maker World? Is it Maker? Maker World? Yeah, Maker World. Wow, that sucks. Where are you guys getting your... Did I spell it right? Yeah, Warhammer. Is it one word or two? Oh, here's one. This one looks pretty good. Good luck printing that shield. Oh, wow. U.S. Marine. Ah, there we go. This one looks good. Looks like Man-at-Arms though from He-Man. Honestly. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, from far away. I wonder if he's 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts. This one looks pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Too much going on. Let's see how many parts he is. Download, or sometimes you get a 6 hours. That's a long print. I guess we can download STL all files, right? See what's in there. See what we got inside. Oh, it's just one STL. I thought it would have been like parts, like the Dummy 13 or something. Yeah. I wonder, but we could, if we could, let's see if it'll let us, right? That would be cool if Cure lets us split the model into parts. It's an extension that you add. I have a video that shows you how to do it. You open up your STL file, and then you highlight it, and then you right-click it, and mesh tool, split model into parts, and hopefully you'll get like a spinning beach ball, and you wait, and it'll split it into pieces, and you just take what you want. In the perfect world, I'm not sure if it'll work with this though. It only works with certain files, but now we just wait. While that's splitting that, this one looks like, this one's okay, to be honest with you. I just want the, you know, the model itself. I just want like something like this. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. That's an okay one. Too many details. We're gonna have trouble taking this guy apart. I mean, you know, taking his supports off. But someone didn't. Whoever printed this picture there, it's possible they did resin and. Oh look, this one's pretty cool. It's like a little mini Star Wars. Oh, this one, I like that one. I like these. These are like more realistic. Soldiers of Fortune. Space Outrider, 40K. This one's really cool. Wow. Except I can't see his face. They lost a lot of detail in the print. This one, that one looks like the other one from Star Wars. Ah, these are nice. I like these. Fallout 4. Wasn't Fallout a series? This one. Who's the one that looks like this? He's got his own video game. This one I like. Heavy Marine. I mean, there's a TV show too. Halo. Is that what it is? Halo. This one's pretty cool. I wonder if it prints like that. Let's see. I like when let's download all. Because if it's going to be in pieces, it's going to be like STL, right? Sometimes the 3MF will all be on one with different beds. But let's see. Nah. This one's okay though. This one's probably doable. That could be like a 3D print of the week another time. Little mini Halo. Alright, let's see. These a lot of details in the hands. Oh wow. Space Marine. Apothecary. It must be a healer. A healing Space Marine. Interesting. Oh wow, look at the top. Nah, good luck printing that. I mean, you can, you know, to each their own. If you want to. Ah, there we go. Future Soldier with Flamethrower. This is gonna be. We found it. Well, I saw one before it though. Let's download this and then see. We'll download the STL. Which is better, STL CAD or 3MF? I really don't know the difference. I've seen the difference, but I don't really. This one, the one below. The one looks like he's coming at you. Well, we're good. We are good. This is for me, though. Remember, Bob, you need to find one for yourself. And if it prints, dual rivet big man standing. Dual rivet big man walking. Do I want a walking man? Or a running man? Or walking, or standing man? This one, It's alright. Too much stuff. Like, literally, too many accessories. Let's see. But that's okay. This one doesn't have that many accessories where I'm confident that would print. Or even this guy, Ultramarine Champion. See, it has like a glossy filament. I ordered some different filament too for miniatures. Wow, that's nice. It's messed up though. Can you imagine if Swedish Forge had a 3D STL file up here? You should go to Meshi, Swedish Forge, make a 3D STL miniature, throw it up there, and you'd probably make a killing, because what would make your STL file different from all these is that you, my friend, would put the settings in there, and then people would just like, it would have like many downloads, like literally. Oh, this one looks cool, Space Marine. This one's alright. Too much. It's like a hybrid Star Wars, whatever they call it on the Death Star, those white warriors. This one's cool. This one's like Skeletor. If Skeletor had armor. Oh wow. There, check that out. Oh, I like this one. I don't know. Might add her to our collection. Yeah, let's do her. And the only thing is that, and maybe we'll try it. And what if we have STL? I don't know. I don't know. I'll just leave it at 3MF. I think that's it. So Bob, looks like you'll have luck here. Pick one, and we'll send this to Bob. The one with the minigun looks cool. Ah, you lost me. I don't know which one. Anyway, you have the link. I got a Space Marine dog. Okay, that works. Hopefully you have a Space Marine with his owner too. The follow one looks cool. Yeah, that's great that you're sharing which ones look cool, but I don't want to make the mistake and print the wrong one, so just send me the link and we'll be alright. Alright, and then remember, we will send it to you as long as it prints for free. Yeah, hopefully. I want to try, I don't know, now I'm like kid in a candy store. I want to print them all. I want to send them all to my printer, but the only problem is we have to wait 8 hours, because we have 2 printers going. So in 8 hours we'll be free to print. I can print mine anytime. We'll print Bob's, whatever Bob sends us, we'll print next. Let's see what we have here. I sent you the link in the copy one. Okay, cool. Bob emailed me. And we got a message from Swedish Forge too. Swedish Forge said he sent a picture. He probably sent a picture of like how to paint it correctly. But it's too late now. I already painted. It's already printing. But this is cool. If not this week, next week I will make a new video. Oh, Marketplace. I got a message. Yay. Oh, nice. I sold something. Well, not really. The deal's not done till the money's in the bank. A lot of times, let's find out where they are. Because I just accept. Where are you located? I'm not accepting any offer, like if they're like in freaking California, as long as we can meet. And some of them are scams too. Alright, so knowing that and moving forward, let's see what we have here. Welcome to the channel. So now, right, we have Chaos here, but we can just swap them out and put something else in there. But not on this one. We can close it, right? Just select no, because we already have it. Just click no, because remember we saved it. It's on the drive. So now if I go here, right, we have one here. This one's already on an SD card, so there's no need to do that. And you can't make any changes to the G-code file anyway. You can internally, but that's another story. I have another video that shows you how to do that. Oh, my email, because Bob said he sent it to me. Proton mail. Creality. No, I don't have any email. How to by Lou. Did he send it there? Let me check my spam. You guys send me an email and we will prep it. We'll prep it right now. No, nothing in my spam. Anyway, send it and we'll do that. But in the meantime, I want to see. We're going to duplicate one until we work our craft, you know. We're going to work with the copy. You know, like once we do this 100 times, we could just input the settings, but the settings are saved, see? But the object of desire isn't. So it means we just drop something in and those settings should be, you know, should apply to whatever we drop in there. I think the last one was the sci-fi model, lady. And then, what's this? You have previously modified your settings. You can save or discard the preset values you have modified. This I don't know. I've never, because this is my first time dropping something in. I'm going to click discard and see what happens. This project file is not from Creality Print, so we're going to probably do Creality High Nozzle. Click OK. And just, I don't know what all that is, but that's okay. What we want to do is, so let's undo. Oh, we can't undo it. So we just close it and don't save it. That's why you always work with a copy. And then we'll open it again. But I want the lady. And then we'll take this out. Remember, we're working with a copy. And then go here. I thought I downloaded the Space Lady Marine. So in this case, now we know what happens when we click discard. We'll just select save. And this is the presets from Swedish Forge. And then hopefully it transfers over. Yep, everything took. Great. Sweet. Except that's not who I want. Hopefully we didn't lose it. I mean, if we did, it's alright. We can always... Oh, no, we didn't. But I downloaded it. What's that? Huh. Download 3MF. I'll do 3MF. 3MF stands for motherfucker. I don't know. I don't think that's what it means, but because you're like driving yourself crazy like a motherfucker when working with these STL files. Maybe that's what it stands for. It's the... Oh, wow, interesting. But where... That's the one we just downloaded. Looks like we downloaded it twice, it says. Let's click save. Creality High Nozzle. And then... Well, yeah, but that's... Oh, I see. I didn't really... I was looking at her from the wrong way. She looked better in the picture. We got catfished. Yeah, she looked better here. Like at that angle. But she's kind of like... That looks like her stuff is too big for her. But she looks alright. She looks alright. Well, that's really cool. I wonder... So this is where things get tricky. But if we slice it, it should apply the supports as needed. Sort of. No, it didn't. So now we gotta undo it. And then drop her in again. Remember, we want everything to transfer over. Not sure why that didn't happen though. And then we'll click save, but I don't see all my other stuff in there. Maybe she's not transferable. And if I click save, Creality High Nozzle, okay. No, nothing took. She's not transferable. Let's close this. Let's close her out. And then, that's why I always work with a test copy, because sometimes shit gets corrupted. Go here and duplicate. And try it again. And then drop her in. So if we take him out, and then do here, drop her in. There we go. Select save. 16, this is the Swedish Forge configuration, and then everything should be orange on the right hand side, requesting us to like make a change. No, it didn't. That's so weird. Let's slice it. We're at the nozzle, but it didn't do like it did with the other one. Let's do this. Close it out, discard, and then try it again. The other one transferred, but I didn't want to print the other one. We might have to enter it all in manually again. That's okay. I'll have to print out a cheat sheet so that we have those settings. And we can go here and drop her in. See, let's click discard and see what happens. Creality high nozzle. No, it's not transferring. It's alright. Maybe it doesn't need it. You know, maybe because it's a different kind of miniature. I doubt it though. Let's try this. Discard, right? Open it up. Leave chaos in there. And don't delete chaos until after she's in there. Just click OK. See? And then now we remove him, and now she's got all his settings. She's got all his stuff. Except she's a little bit too big. So then we can scale her down. Oh wow. Let's do 120, right? 130. Control all 130. Might be too small. Yeah, good luck getting supports off on that. Let's try 200. Yeah, that's a good size. Now I wonder, so we'll slice it. It should add the supports like it, you know, in all the settings like it did for Swedish Forge's version. Oh wow. But because she doesn't have so many accessories, it's going to be real easy to print, and an hour. But that's, remember, that's with the Swedish Forge rates. And which ways? Where's the front of the board? Oh, okay. Go back to prepare, so we can see the front of the board. And she's going to print facing you guys. And we should be able to right-click, auto arrange. I think it is. No. We want to I guess she is in the middle? I don't know. Center. See? Put her in the center, but she's going to print facing the camera so you can see her. And see, we managed. I don't know why first time it transferred and the other time it didn't, but that's the way around it. Just drop it in the existing project, and then it'll just take everything with it. Take me with you. You go, I go. Remember that? They're soldiers, right? They go down together. So, oh nice, look, but the rates changed. Now it's an hour and 15 minutes to print. Okay, we can, and not much filament. 11 G's, 11 grams. Wow, this is great, because you really can't go wrong. And what I like about this is that we don't have to paint anything. It's just for the other ones that you kind of have to. But we don't know how she's going to print, and we won't know how she's going to print. Let's see if we can get her face, and then close this up right there. And then we have the O1. Looks like she's on like a space platform. Bring it down like there. And I wonder if, which one's better. Prepare. I kind of like that. And then we'll do this, something a little different. We'll do that one. And then we'll see. Make a nice thumbnail. Now I just am torn between the preview or the prepared version. And then of course it copied that, delete that, delete that. But now that one, 3D print of the week, miniature. in collaboration with Swedish Forge. And then this one, I don't know, maybe that one. I don't know. Whoops, don't break your stuff. That was my phone, but thankfully it's in a case. Remember the quad lock video I made? Yay, it's saved. What app on your phone, bro? Okay, WhatsApp, got it. Okay. But Bob, send me a message so I know which ones to print for you. Oh yes, and I will send you my address. I thought you had my address, Swedish Forge. I thought I sent you something. I can't remember if it was you or Markabay. Did I send you one of these? Or was it Markabay? I can't remember. I will send you one too. I will give you my... But if you don't have my address, I will send it to you. Bob has my address because we sent him stuff. And my address is on the return in case the shit gets lost. Let's see, what's that? Kim Larson. Oh, wow. You printed that? How the fuck? Wait, is that you? Or somebody else? Oh my god. How'd you get them so glossy? And so small? With all the detail. Wait, is this your print? What printer is this? Oh my god. Wow. This is insane. I'll share with you guys. Oh my god. Wait, but how did it get so... My print's so... Mine's not glossy. But... Wow, so... These are okay. I mean, okay in a sense where I wasn't expecting... I thought you were going to be sending over, like, Soldiers of Fortune. You know, like the war... What is it called? Whatever these things are called. Warlords or... war... I don't know. Warhammer. I thought we were sending more Warhammer stuff. But wow. That is so wild. Let's send it to the, I have to save it. Send it to my computer. Share, maybe? Yay, there's one. And then there is two. Share. Alright, and then we have to sign off because I have to record some videos for the collaborations. I can't fall behind. Oh wow, amazing. Can you guys see that? Look at the gloss and shine. Look at the boots. Of course this is zoomed in, but most likely, I can't zoom out. I can zoom out after viewing it in preview. See, you'll be seeing it like that, like a Monet. And I have one of those containers that I keep my batteries in. Wow, that is pretty wild. We have the car. Now all we need is a driver. Here, I'll show you. Remember when I had printed the card prints for my little soldier to be one day? I don't know where the other one is though. There should be a couple of these cars laying around. Because we have one in another color. Now we just need the soldiers, but I don't know where the other one. They're round. That's the problem with 3D prints, is that where'd they go? They're here somewhere, but nowhere to be found. I saw it too the other day, and then I'm not gonna go crazy looking for it. Found it. I am gonna go crazy looking for it because I remember it came out really nice because we did multicolor. And it's nice in multicolor too. Now we have the military car and we need the drivers. Send us our drivers, Captain. Cool, right? Yeah, that one we'll put. I don't know. So much stuff. Imagine when it's time to move. Like when I'm old and I have to like get rid of the place. Like get rid of the house as is. You have to take it. We'll sell it to you, but you got it. All the stuff comes with it. I'm not moving anything. Yeah, this is really cool. Wait, can you see? Hold on, Samsung me. I like it. And this is one, and then there was another one that came in too. There should be two in there. Photo 2. Look at the shine. I want that filament. That's really cool. That filament might be nice for fidgets too. It might make it smoother, right? For the transition process. When going like spinning around and down. These are very military-like colors too, and you don't need to paint them. You can play your own game of Risk. Now you need to print a Risk board. Remember the game Risk? It went on forever. It was like worse than Monopoly. This is cool. So that's going to be my next print. Her. She's like more my speed. You know, doesn't require a lot of stuff. More like a minimalistic, less challenging. But we still need to print Swedish Forge's version in order to make that video. We can't say, hey, welcome back, guys. Because once I have it printed and it looks good and he's got his little tentacles, maybe I'll just do it with that one. It is a Warhammer, right? It is an official, and it is an official, what do they call it? Miniature. Which, if you've been following us, was simply impossible until we had the rates. Until we got the rates, and not the PID rates for our drone, the print rates, the print, you know, settings, not even rates, right? I guess rates go in your drones and settings go into your printer. But Bob, we're waiting on you, but don't worry. Can't wait to see what he sends us, what he wants to have printed for free, because it's a miniature, so it should fit in the box. He has a dog in mind. I just remembered to send his owner. Can't be a dog without the owner, and the onus is on you to pick and choose. But just as you can see, the less accessories the better, because then it's not what 5 supports. But it's challenging. Like, I like a good challenge. This is a great challenge, because at the end of the day, no matter how many miniatures we decide to print moving forward, we want to get that one the way it's supposed to be. So even if I have to do it again, maybe add a little more info. I don't know, but it will be a work in progress. That might be the next step. We scaled it up to 130. Maybe add a little more info. Maybe it's because remember when the axe broke, it was hollow on the inside, like literally. Maybe if we add more infill to the axe, or not to the thing itself. Oh, let's see if it sliced it though. Remember we were slicing it and we got like a spinning beach ball. Let's see what it sliced it as. Go here. Nah, I got an error. Missing extraneous surfaces. Nah, I guess we can split them. Let's try it again. Right click. Mesh. And split model into parts. So not everything can be split. Alright, it is what it is. But we're trying it again. Marine STL could not be split into sub meshes. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Let's try it again. Alright, we'll try it again. Nope, we can't split the Marine into parts. We could probably cut him up. I have a video that shows you how to do it. Hey! Cut his arms off, right? This Warhammer figurine. And then glue them back together. Slice them up in Creality. That's not a bad idea. Too bad I couldn't do it in Meshy though. I have a video that shows you how to slice up the model into pieces. And yeah. And then nobody would ever know, because then it would just be glued, right? No, that's not the same though. But maybe I'll do that for the sake of the video. The prop. So I can like show everybody. Nah, but then you get blacklisted for like cheating, right? Check your email. You can change walls to 3 from 2. Okay, I'll change the walls. We got 2 printing right now. I will change the walls. But let's see how these work out, because changing the walls will probably make the supports harder to come off, right? What do you think? I don't know. We'll have to see. No, that's the only downside. Like, you win some and you lose some. Like, the trade-off is we get a stronger print, but then you wind up breaking it anyway because it's still harder to come off. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try that next. Because either way, I'm going to try it. And there uses so little filament. Like, so it's like, you know, you can try it again and again. So now I have to sign off because I have so many collaboration videos to make, which is fun. But we're going to do a radio with this one. We're going to test the parts, and then on the live stream, build the radio on the live stream, and then turn that live stream into shorts, and then they get what they paid for. Video, dedicated video, that gets like 24 views, and then the shorts that gives them the tens of thousands of views, because each short, remember the live stream, you get 49 videos, you get 800 to 900 or maybe 1,000 views per video, and so you do the math, they get over 10,000 views for that one little product, which is pretty cool. But I have to chip away at it. We make these videos so you don't have to. But before we sign off and check it out, let's see what Bob sent us. Bob, tell them what they won. Let's see what we have here. Alright, I'm going to go into my email. Let's see. Proton. Oh, man. Oh, it's in my history. I was like, wait, but I didn't bookmark the downloads. It saves what you downloaded. Like, what if I want to share it with it and do like a live stream of it? How to buy Lou. Sweet, I got Bob's email. Okay, let's see what Bob sent. Codes 3. Oh, Codes 3D. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, we can do that, and it's free, which is fine. But let's see how it downloads. Oh, download all. Wow, it's a big file, 156 megabytes. What would all be? Hold on, let's share it with you guys. And then go. Oh, see, it's still downloading. It's weird though. Even if you have super fast internet, it doesn't matter, because if their server is slow on the, you know, receiving end, then the download speed's still going to be slow, even if you have a gigabyte per minute, like I do. And then we can close this out because we'll say goodbye. We always get the I said hi on the portrait mode, like I think they're bots. It's okay. And then go here. Where's the dog though? Oh wow. Oh, so it does come in pieces. Look at that. So you can do pieces, right? So you can glue them together, which is really cool. Again, we can cut the model into parts too, or you can print them as a whole. So let's open it. Because sometimes it's better that way. We're going to open it. It should open it on top of her, which I love when that happens, because then you don't have to change the settings. That's usually the default. And then zoom out, and then right click and center it. F5 is center, but now let's see what it does with supports. Slice it. I wonder if we have to print them at like, do all the prints have to be printed at like that angle, or should I leave it like this? So this one, oh my god, now I see why they, oh, maybe the ones for resin, I don't know. Now I see why they won't take long. 2-hour print, which is a little bit long, but you want to make sure that you get it right the first time. This one's not so bad because these supports can easily come off, as you see, because we are using Swedish Forge's settings, and just make sure it's scaled at the 130, right? Which is right here, scale. Yeah, oh, 100. Wow, see? Don't assume, but at least his settings are there. The nozzle and all that other stuff. The scaling part is easy. 130. I think 130, because remember, sometimes, as you can see, it does look a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's not a miniature anymore. So sometimes the default setting is the best setting. Pretty good, and you'll know. Let's slice it. See how much filament is going to be used. He's a little more robust. Kind of reminds me of the Thing from Fantastic Four, with armor. Yeah, looks good. All right, these supports. Look, because what's great about these supports, we just snip all the way around, and then in here, yeah, this will be easy. Piece of cake. I hope. right? You can't get too excited. Because look, I'm on the 14th one of this one. I'm like, that'll do it. Definitely, we got this. And then the next thing you know, we're printing it again. All right, we'll see how that goes. Send us another one, Bob, because you said something about a dog. Anyway, you can print it like this. Yeah, oh, okay, great. That's good to know, Swedish Forge. So how do we know whether to print it at 45 degrees or not then? Like, what is that decision based on? Definitely don't print them on his back, because that's a disaster right there. But yeah, anyway, this is nice. Cool, Bob, good choice. And then if we go back to prepare, we can see more of the details. That's how it's gonna look. Kind of reminds me of something from the movie, I forget what movie it was, to be honest with you. The Iron Giant, maybe? Hard to tell. Oh look, you can tell he's a Warhammer. They have their signature look. The skeletons on the armor. The soldier of death. And then right click again. Wait, we should right click again. Interesting. Right click. It moved. I saw it move. Let's try now. Zoom out. I just want it to be dead on center. Go here and where's my center? There we go. F5 is center when it works. This is so cool. Anyway, this is so great. Thank you, Swedish Forge. I really appreciate this because you've made the next level of printing possible, which is the world of miniatures, right? And we went from painting STLs, thanks to you, and creating things like this, the X-Men series, to printing little things that make a big difference and go a long way to those who can't wait or can't figure out how to print this or don't want to pay that $2 for the settings that, as you saw, don't work, because yours actually are there. You should do like they did, though. Throw the settings up in I don't know, the repository, and like charge $2 for it, like they did. Wow, this is so cool. Thank you. Well, he still looks good this way. You would, like, a first-time Warhammer enthusiast would never know that he was missing his tentacles, right? Sort of octopus arms. But definitely you are going to have a video coming your way. We'll find out whether or not we're going to use this one. It's still a miniature, because either way you're going to have trouble taking off the supports, or it's going to be that one with his octopus arms. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks again. Great seeing you, Bob. Welcome back. Not like you never left, but it feels like, I know it's been a while since we've actually engaged and seen your emails. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. That's it. Show's over. Not really. I got to record more for the show, so I put this away over here. Oh yeah, Swedish Forge, your mic sounds a little bit like this, but better. Like hello, like consistently the whole time. Like mine only sounds like that when I talk into it, but your video was like freaking, I was like, wow, radio, like I like that sound. That's the sound I want for all my videos. And I was like, what? I was like, what kind of mic is he using? This is an interesting setup. Okay, see ya, haha, later. Yes, see you later. Catch you guys on the flip side. And
It's a beautiful day at the beach. I was losing my mind for about a week until I could call you up. I'll meet you at the waterline. Birds are flying up above. We both need a little love. Hiding a million different things. Waiting for the night time.